the inside corner. And now the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That inside part of the plate, very dangerous spot for Moreno. He's a guy that loves the inner part of the plate, pulls the ball hard down the left field line.
And now time called, and Moreno is going to back out of the box. Runner at second, 1 out. Lodolo back on the rubber again. Moreno eases back into the box. Now Lodolo from the belt, sets, looks at the runner at second, and here comes the 2-2 pitch. Instead spins and throws to second, checking on Carroll, but Carroll steps back to the bag easily. Lodolo's making his 15th start of the year. He is 3-2 on the season. 4.52 ERA. 71 innings. He has struck out 57 against 29 walks. Lodolo brings it home. The pitch is way too low. And now it's a full count on Moreno. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Lodolo really having to work hard now to the last 2 hitters. They got Ildemaro Vargas out quickly on a ground ball to the second baseman, but then went full on Carroll, walked him. Now he's full on Moreno. And the payoff pitch on the way, and Moreno rips the line drive right back up the middle and into center field. Here comes Myers up throwing. The throw comes to the plate. It is through but late. And Carroll slides in safely with the game's first run. An RBI single for Gabriel Moreno. His 31st RBI since the break alone. His 63rd RBI of the year. It's 1-0 Arizona.
Boy, he really did a good job, Moreno did, of shortening up his swing, making sure that he was ready for that inside pitch if Lodolo had it. He was on the inner third, not in enough, and Moreno gets the best of Lodolo with that RBI.
And now Geraldo Perdomo stands in with 1 on and 1 out. A run in for the Diamondbacks here early. The stolen base looking large in the pitch. And that's off the outside corner for ball 1. Huge stolen base that helps lead to the first run of the ball game for Arizona. They don't get that run if Carroll doesn't steal second. In fact, he's probably only at second, moving up just 90 feet on that base hit. The pitch up and away, if not for the stolen base.
In fact, it may have not even been a base hit. Had you had a runner at first base, it could have been a double play ball.
Got to be able to hold the runners. Moreno, even though he's their catcher, does have 4 stolen bases on the year. He's only been caught once. Lodolo brings it home. The pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 2-1 on Geraldo Perdomo. 244, 9 home runs, 43 driven in for Perdomo this year. Lodolo ready at the belt. Eyeballs the runner at first. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and Perdomo takes way off the inside corner. Now Lodolo way behind in the count here on Perdomo. 3 balls and 1 strike. This is the last thing that the Reds wanted here. Their starter, Nick Lodolo, to be in some early trouble, running his pitch count up already, about to throw his 20th pitch of this first inning, and this ball's hit in the air, left center field, over in a hurry as Tollier. He ends up having to lay out for it, makes the catch. A little slow to get up, gives it up to Myers, who tosses it back in, and now Tollier, who has rolled over onto his back, he's in some pain, and he's holding his shoulder.
Yeah, his glove arm shoulder, as he extended to make that catch, he had his arm completely outstretched, and he landed right on that right arm of his, and he is writhing out there in pain. That does not look good.
Not even a little bit. So Sean McQueenie, the Reds trainer, jogging out there to check on Tollier, but he is in some serious pain. And now Reds manager Terry Francona making his way out there as well. It is the second out of this first inning. Hopefully Tollier is going to be okay, but boy, it does not look good, and he is still down. And immediately gave the ball up, just kind of flipped it over to Dane Myers. When he laid out for it, he just kind of stuck. You know, sometimes you'll see a player lay out and kind of slide across the turf. He laid out and just kind of stuck on the artificial surface here. And
you know, it's almost impossible to try to diagnose what happens to a player like that when he dives. But a couple of things could happen. I mean, you could have separated your shoulder. You could have just injured some muscles out there. I know that there are a lot of players in their careers who have dived for balls with their glove arm completely outstretched that end up injuring their rotator cuff doing that. So you really don't know. We hope that he's going to be all right, but he is in some serious pain as they're walking him off the field.
Yeah, he's coming off the field with Sean McQueenie, and his right arm is tucked in to his midsection, and now he's kind of got it out to his side a little bit, but they are still supporting that right arm. It's actually his right arm. I thought initially he was grasping at his left shoulder, but it's the right arm that they have stabilized as he makes his way off the field. Terry Francona shouting into the Reds dugout to try to get a new left fielder in this game. And you got to imagine it'll be TJ Friedel. And it looks like it will be Friedel. So Friedel's emerged from the Reds dugout. He will go out and play left field. Play a little catch right now with Sal Stewart outside first base as he tries to warm up in a hurry to come into this game. Boy, you hate to see that with Tolia coming out of the game. Friedel enters now in left. Nick Lodolo going through a couple of warm-up tosses at the moment. So Nolan Arenado will be the batter, but TJ Friedel still getting loose out in left field and warming up. Diamondbacks have a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. One on with 2 out. And the batter is Nolan Arenado. Arenado in his first game back in Boston after missing a couple of games with intercostal injury. Came out of the game Sunday. Missed a couple of games and then was back in the lineup on Wednesday and came back and got a couple of hits and scored twice. Picked to first base, checking on Moreno, but he steps back to the bag after the delay for the injury. Arenado on the year, hitting .243. Still has 20 home runs. He's knocked in 63 this year. Lodolo the pause. Here he comes. And Arenado takes a look at the strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1 on Nolan Arenado. Lodolo readies. Eyeballs the runner Moreno at first. Here's the 0-1. And he spins a breaking ball that misses down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arenado still looking for his first career hit against Lodolo. He's 0 for 7 lifetime. And the funny thing about that is he's never struck out against Lodolo. Just doesn't have a hit against him. The 1-1. He didn't want to, but he went around on a curveball down and in there.
Arenado this year has been really good against fastballs, where he struggled is non-fastballs, changeups, breaking balls, and that's what Lodolo has basically kept on him so far in this at-bat.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Lodolo readies, and now to the plate with a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Well, now he struck out against Lodolo. Diamondbacks get a run in the first, a walk and a hit, and 1 left. We go to the second inning. That's the Diamondbacks 1, Reds 0 on the Reds Radio Network.
People's Bank of Kentucky supports the businesses that are the backbone of every community we serve. Whether you're just starting out or looking to expand, we offer a range of options to help manage your finances, from checking and savings accounts to loans and lines of credit. Plus, with our online banking platform, access your accounts and manage transactions from anywhere, anytime. At People's Bank of Kentucky, our experienced team of bankers are committed to helping your business succeed. Visit one of our convenient locations today to learn more about our business banking services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place right here in Kentucky where a total stranger will give you food and shelter when disaster strikes. There is a place where you can support your community by donating blood, volunteering, or making a contribution. That place is the American Red Cross. I'm Jennifer Adrio, CEO of the Red Cross Kentucky region. Help us celebrate our 100th anniversary by becoming involved today. Call 1-800-RED-CROSS to find a Red Cross near you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Thompson.
I'm Dr. Jessica Bryant.
This is Dr. B. Is dental anxiety holding you back? River Valley Dental in Maysville offers a different approach.
We understand that visiting the dentist can be stressful. That's why we've created a relaxing environment where you can feel at ease. Our gentle and experienced team will guide you through every step, ensuring your comfort is our top priority.
Come reclaim your smile. Call 606-564-4371 to schedule your appointment today. River Valley Dental, modern dentistry, personalized care.
Whether it's a natural disaster devastating thousands or a home fire affecting a family, the American Red Cross is there. I'm Jennifer Adrio, CEO of the Kentucky Region Red Cross. Help us as we celebrate 100 years in Kentucky. Contact your local Red Cross today.
Now, the Reds come to bat. It'll be Eugenio Suarez, Matt McLean, and J.J. Bleday. Suarez getting a nice reception here from the Chase Field crowd. He will tip his cap. He makes his way to the plate, into the box. Tell you what, it says a lot about a guy. We have gone two different cities now where he is a former player, here and Seattle, and he was showered with love from the fans in both places. Tells you all you need to know about Eugenio Suarez. Here's the first pitch to him, and Suarez takes a strike. Count is 0-1.
And they're kind of smiling at each other, Rodriguez and Suarez. They were teammates for 2 years.
It is Players Weekend. Now the wind and the pitch on the way to Suarez. That's down too low. So the players are all using custom bats. They've all got custom spikes. And the Reds players, a lot of their spikes were decorated by patients at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Pitches in there for a called strike. The ball and 2 strikes now on Eugenio Suarez.
In fact, there's a really great article by C. Trent Rosecrans in The Athletic about that and the influence of T.J. Friedel on the players to get their spikes painted by those patients.
1-2 pitch is up too high, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Eugenio Suarez. The left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez into his windup, and the 2-2 pitch is in the dirt outside. Suarez's bat has a yellow barrel. The sweet spot is blue. The closer to the handle is red. Like the Venezuelan flag. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Up and away, and that's ball 4. And Eugenio Suarez will work the walk and go down to first base. The Reds have a man aboard here in the second. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network.
Sports 1240 WFTM Maysville, your home for Cincinnati Reds baseball and the best in local, state, and national sports coverage.
Matt McLean with 1 on and nobody out. The pitch to McLean is a little bit high and outside for ball 1. 1-0 on the Reds second baseman today. He was playing short in yesterday's game. Ellie was DHing. McLean, of course, with that grand slam in the game and came close to hitting a game winner. In the bottom of the 9th inning, the pitch is off on the inside corner for a called strike. And off the bat, I thought he had it. Talking with Terry Francona before the game today, he said the same. Said it looked good off the bat. And McLean, talking with him, he said, well, I didn't think I got enough to get it out. The pitch, he swings and whacks this to center field. And in a hurry, the center fielder dives, and Lawler makes the spectacular catch in shallow center field, and back to first base goes Suarez. A fine grab by Jordan Lawler out in center field, taking McLean's bid for a hit away.
Well, Lawler immediately froze on that. Then he came charging in hard. He's a very good defensive player. In fact, as he was getting up, the ball looked like it squirted out of his glove, almost like a snow cone. But he had already made the catch, and that was ruled an out.
Suarez on at first. McLean now the pitch is taken down too low for ball 1. J.J. Bleday at the plate.
Well, the more I look at that replay on that catch by Lawler, it looks more like maybe it would have not have been a catch.
It's got to be a voluntary release. Here's the 1-0 to J.J. Bleday, and that's a strike call to the outside corner. Talking about some of the bats that these players are using, J.J. Bleday swinging something that looks like it could have been a prop in Miami Vice. It's a pink bat. The end of the barrel is fluorescent yellow. The 1-1 pitch, and it is swung on, and that's fouled back and out of play. The handle of that bat is actually white. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on J.J. Bleday. Runner at first is Suarez. The left-hander brings it home, and Bleday takes a breaking ball down and away. Bleday 1 for 3. Walked twice, scored a run, drove home 1. The ball game yesterday, and he swings and whacks it foul on a line past first base coach Colin Cowgill. 2-2 and holding here on J.J. Bleday. Suarez, the runner at first base. Reds are trailing it 1-0 here in the top of the second inning, and Bleday already cracked that Special Players Weekend bat, so now he's got to go back to just a standard wood-colored bat. Traditional stick. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Runner at first, 1 out. Bleday twirling the bat around like a baton, waiting on the left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez. Here he comes with a 2-2. Swinging again, a bouncing ball foul, first base side. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on J.J. Bleday. Eduardo Rodriguez, a guy that the Diamondbacks signed to an $80 million deal over a 4-year span a couple of years ago. The pitch is down too low, and it took a while for him to start pitching like that kind of pitcher, but boy, is he ever this year.
Well, he's got his best earned run average in his career at 2.7. He was an all-star, and really the key for him, even though his fastball tops out at 92, he's very good command. He's always on the outside of the zone.
The left-hander works from the third base side of the rubber and deals the 3-2 pitch to J.J. Bleday, and he swings and fouls it away off the left side. And Bleday putting together a pretty nice at-bat here. Really,
the thing the Diamondbacks really like the most about Rodriguez is the fact that they are 19-6 when he starts the ball game for them.
Pretty good left-on-left battle brewing here between Bleday and Rodriguez. Here he comes, swinging and a miss, and it's Rodriguez that wins the battle with a fastball. J.J. Bleday is down on strikes. 2 outs here in the second inning, and it brings up Jose Trevino.
Again, just a perfectly placed pitch on the inner part of the plate, maybe an inch off the plate, a little sinker that was running in towards Bleday. That's a tough spot.
Runner at first, wide open hole on the right side for Trevino. And the pitch to him is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Jose Trevino. Today's Timstar game time temperature. It's 105 degrees outside of Chase Field, but they have the roof closed, so it's a nice, comfortable 75 degrees inside. The 0-1 to Trevino, swinging a roller slap foul outside of first. Get complete home comfort with a Timstar heating and cooling system. Find your local Timstar dealer at timstar.com. 0-2 the count on Trevino. Eugenio Suarez at first base after drawing the leadoff walk. He's still there with 2 outs and an 0-2 count on Jose Trevino. Rodriguez delivers, and Trevino takes down and away. Trevino had that stint earlier this year on the injured list, missed about a month, and since he's come back, he's swung the bat well. He's hitting at a 288 clip over his last 22 ball games. The pitch to Trevino is swung on and fouled back. Trevino was 1 for 3 in the game on Wednesday when he started and caught against the Cardinals. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the 1-2 pitch. Trevino again swings and fouls this back into the upper deck, right side. 1-2 and holding on the Reds catcher tonight. Rodriguez again with the sign. Short lead at first for Suarez, the pitch, and Trevino again sprays it down the right field line. Now remember, I said it earlier that when the Reds faced Eduardo Rodriguez earlier this year, they ran his pitch count up. Now in that start, he was walking a lot of guys. He walked 5. One ball, 2 strikes on Trevino, and the left-hander back to the plate. And Trevino golfs this one behind the left side of the infield. Out goes the shortstop Perdomo. He'll make the catch. And the Reds are unable to cash in on the leadoff walk of Eugenio Suarez. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Diamondbacks on the Reds Radio Network.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
It's always sunny with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Sun Cruiser's meant for kicking back with friends. Easy drinking, no guilt, just good times. Refreshing, goes down smooth, and at only 100 calories, Sun Cruiser lets you enjoy the ride. Available in single cans and packs. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Sun Cruiser Beverages, Boston, Mass. All nutritional information based on 12 hours serving. Please drink responsibly.
Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM Sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Grader's handcrafted French pot ice cream. Rich, creamy, and dense. Made the hard way. 2.5 gallons at a time. No shortcuts. Ship nationwide at Graders.com. Graders. Taste the greatest.
Leads off Arizona's second inning. 1-0 Diamondbacks have the lead. I think Lodolo kind of labored a little bit through the first inning, but see if he can have a little more efficiency here in the second. It took him 24 pitches to face 5 batters in the first inning. Here's the left-hander's first pitch to Tim Tawa, and he finds the outside corner for a ball. I thought it was a strike.
Pitch is a ball. The catcher is challenged.
So did Jose Trevino. So we turn our attention to the board. Survey says strike.
Pitch is a strike.
Good call there, partner.
Cincinnati has 2 remaining.
I thought for sure it was a strike.
Yeah.
Dan Bellino did not. He found out. Now the 0-1 to Tawa. Breaking ball hangs up and away. Now it's an even 1-1 strike count on Tim Tawa.
Yeah, I think that's a separator right now for Lodolo. He still has not found that good release point on his breaking ball.
And even though it's the new grip, it's still a pitch that he's had success with since he's been back from the most recent blister. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. A ball and 2 strikes on Tawa. 235, 7 home runs. 29 knocked in for Tim Tawa on the year. Diamondbacks first baseman. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. An 11th round pick. The Diamondbacks played his college ball at Stanford, which was always a dream of his to play collegiately at Stanford. Realized that dream. Had a nice career there. Here's the 1-2 pitch and a breaking ball down too low. But it's not just baseball that he was known for. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Tawa takes just off the inside corner. He's from the state of Oregon and was a 3-time Gatorade Oregon Football Player of the Year as a quarterback. Tawa waits on the 3-2 pitch from Lodolo. Here it comes. Swung on and rifled over the head of Ellie. That's into left. A base hit. Tawa is on with a leadoff single here in the second inning. Now Jordan Lawler will bat. Western and Southern Financial Group helps families build a stronger future. That's why they welcome Till Financial and their family of companies, helping parents raise smarter spenders and savers with financial tools built for kids. Visit tillfinancial.com to learn more. Tawa on at first base for Jordan Lawler, who is hitting just .260 on the season. The runner goes. The throw to second, not in time. Tawa slides in with his 7th stolen base of the year.
Well, I think that Jose Trevino's doing about everything he possibly can to get these runners out, but they're just getting huge leads and big jumps off Lodolo right now.
No challenge from the Reds there, and you just don't see that a lot with left-handers on the mound. Pitch missed, so it's a 1-0 count here on Jordan Lawler. Looked like a pretty good pitch around the outside corner, but 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch, changeup. This is low. It's a 2-ball, no strike count.
Yeah, two things really working against Lodolo right now. One, he's not holding runners. The other, he hasn't really figured out a good feel for his breaking pitches and his off-speed stuff.
The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Now it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Lawler. Right-handed hitter, left-handed pitcher. Tawa away from second, and the 2-1. And he just missed the top of the zone on the inner half of the plate there to Lawler, and it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Now the Reds need Lodolo to grind through this and hopefully find it sooner rather than later. Right now, Diamondbacks leading it 1-0. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, and this ball's well struck. Deep to left. Back goes Friedel in a hurry. He's out of room, and it is gone. Only the second home run of the year for Jordan Lawler. He only has 49 at bats up here.
Well, it came on a fastball, and unfortunately, when you become a one-pitch pitcher, the hitters know that, and they begin to get the timing down perfectly. When you know you're not going to get an off-speed pitch, you can sit on the heater, and right now that one is very hittable from Lodolo.
3-0 Diamondbacks, and here is Jose Fernandez. Pitch to Fernandez is a strike on the outside corner at the knees. It's 0-1 on Fernandez. He was recalled prior to the game on Monday in Boston. It's his second stint with the Diamondbacks this year. The pitch to Fernandez dives low and in. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. He's hit safely in each of his first 3 games since being back with the Diamondbacks. 1-1. On the ground, down the third base line, just foul. Played out by Key Brian Hayes, but it is a foul ball. Now Lodolo ahead of Fernandez, 1 ball and 2 strikes. We got an update on Michael Tolia. He dislocated his right shoulder. No doubt he'll get checked out more just to make sure that everything's okay. That's one of those injuries when you dislocate your shoulder. There are some where you just pop it back in and you're okay. There's others where it can do some damage and then you end up missing an extended period of time. So don't want to speculate on the severity of it, but hopefully it's nothing too major. The 1-2 pitch to Fernandez is grounded foul, first base side. I've been around people, and you probably have too, where it pops out, they just pop it back in and continue with their normal business.
And then they end up having dislocated shoulders on and off for a long time.
Right, yeah.
It's kind of something that you live with.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Fernandez. Swung on in the air, short left center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So Fernandez is on. He had 2 hits on Wednesday, and now he's got a hit in his first at bat here, and Lodolo still doesn't have an out. 3 batters into the second inning.
Well, that was a breaking ball right there by Lodolo, and the danger of giving up a breaking ball hit like he just did, even not a well hit ball like Fernandez got, is that you have a tendency now to stay away from it. And I think the opposite should be true here for Lodolo. Stay stubborn with your stuff. Use all your pitches.
Now Ryan Waldschmidt with a runner at first and nobody out. The pitch to Waldschmidt is low and inside for a ball, and the count's 1-0. Waldschmidt hitting .279 on the year, but here at Chase Field, he has been so good this year. Top hitter at home among all Major League rookies, hitting above .320 here at Chase Field. Lodolo picks to first and chases Fernandez back to the bag. The lefty sets ready. And the 1-0. The runner goes. The pitch is in. Throw to second, and that's not in time. There's nothing Jose Trevino can do right now to manage this Diamondbacks running game. They are getting huge jumps and stealing easily against Lodolo. That's the 8th for Jose Fernandez.
Well, it's a frustrating situation when you're in that as a pitcher. You know that they're getting big leads, and really the only thing you can do now is be a little bit more compact to the plate.
Pitch is a strike, and it's 2-1.
But when you're Nick Lodolo, and he's about 6 feet 6 inches tall, got long arms and legs, it's really hard to be compact.
Right now, nothing's going right for him.
Keeping runners off base would help.
Yeah, that's probably objective number 1. The 2-1 rolled in the hole. It's short. Ellie circles around it. Fields has to get on the throw. It's close, but out is Waldschmidt on a bang-bang play. Ellie took just an extra beat on that throw to get rid of it, and it almost cost him, but he does get the out at first.
I did not get a radar gun reading on that throw across the infield, but it had to be upper 90s from Ellie. I mean, that was a bullet throw.
So Ildemaro Vargas now, the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter and Lodolo just threw the first pitch all the way to the backstop. That was a curveball, and it slipped out of his hand and floated way high and wide all the way to the backstop on the fly. Down to third base goes Fernandez on that wild pitch. One 1-0 on Vargas. The Reds will play the infield in. He could use a ground ball at an infielder in the worst way. The 1-0 pitch, up and away, change up, 2 balls and no strikes. Chris, that's got to be a terrible feeling as a pitcher when you don't have either of your off-speed pitches.
Yeah, and the hitters know that as well, so you better be able to place your breaker or your fastball right where you want it.
Here's his 2-0. Swung on and popped up high into the air, right center field, medium depth. Over is Dane Myers from center. The catch is made. Tagging at third and heading home, Fernandez. The throw to the plate's offline, and it wouldn't have mattered. So Fernandez will score on the sac fly to center field. And the Diamondbacks now lead it 4-0, but there are 2 outs here in the second.
Well, a 2-out base hit doesn't hurt you. But when you get a stolen base and then you throw a wild pitch, all of a sudden you make it awfully easy to get that run in from third base.
And Corbin Carroll hits with the Diamondbacks leading it 4-0 now. Lodolo's pitch to Carroll right in there for a called strike. Carroll walked, stole second, then scored on the base hit by Moreno in the first. The drop step kick and 0-1 pitch. Swung on. This ball's lined to left center field. That's down for a base hit. Carroll's on for the second time. He makes an aggressive turnaround first, but Myers quickly to it. Gets it back into McLean at second base, holding Carroll to just a 2-out single.
Well, that swing right there should tell you a lot about why Corbin Carroll is so good against left-handers. He waits a long time. He likes the ball down and away, and he keeps his front shoulder in. So when he went after that low outside pitch, not a bad pitch by Lodolo, but it was right in Corbin Carroll's wheelhouse.
Moreno up now. With Carroll at first and 2 outs, it'll be interesting to see if Carroll's running again. He ran on the first pitch last time. He's not going here, and the pitch misses outside, a changeup from Lodolo.
You know, one of the weapons that you can do as a pitcher that does not have a great move to first base, just vary the amount of time that you hold the ball. But the pitch clock comes into play.
Lodolo stares down the runner. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's a strike. 1-1.
Nowadays, you see some teams, Tommy, jockey the first baseman a little bit. Comes off the bag, and then Sal Stewart may take a step back towards the bag. That may, shock the runner a little bit and keep him from running.
He's running here. The pitch is lined to right. Base hit. Carroll to turn at second. He'll dig for third and make it easily. Moreno with his second hit in as many at-bats over the first 2 innings of this game. Carroll first to third with 2 outs. And here's Perdomo.
Boy, Moreno is really a hitter that'll go the other way if he wants to. Had a base hit to drive the first run in on a well-hit ball right through the box. This one goes into right field.
So Geraldo Perdomo at the plate with runners at the corners. 2 outs in the second. 4-0 Diamondbacks. Lodolo's pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 on Perdomo. Lodolo got Perdomo on a fly ball to the left fielder. That was the diving catch that Tolia made, but hurt his shoulder on, dislocated his right shoulder on that diving catch. Here's the 0-1, and it's low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Perdomo. First and third, 2 outs. Lodolo stares in, has the sign, readies. And now from the belt, here he comes with the 1-1 pitch. Way high and outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Now, Perdomo's bat maybe is a little bit of a personality bat. He wears yellow spikes. He's got yellow gloves on, and the bat is black and yellow. I mean, perfectly matching his gloves and spikes.
And it says Domo on the barrel. The runner goes. The pitch is a strike. Fake throw to second. A look back to Carroll at third. Another stolen base for the Diamondbacks. Boy, they are just running like crazy. That's the 5th stolen base of the year for Moreno. 4th stolen base already in this game for the Diamondbacks. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Lodolo got him with a breaking ball down and in. Perdomo strikes out, and the inning comes to a close, but the Diamondbacks send 8 to the plate and score 3 times in the second. Now 4-0 Diamondbacks on the Reds Radio Network.
Hi everyone, this is Whitley, the Community Outreach Nurse with the Buffalo Trace District Health Department, serving both Mason and Robertson counties. The mobile unit will be rolling out and offering services to both communities. The services will include blood pressure checks, cholesterol screenings, A1C testing, HIV testing, dental varnish for the children, derma scanning, and adult vaccines. For more information or to have the mobile unit set up at your next event, call 606-564-9447 and ask for me.
Did you know that anyone can make a referral to Hospice of Hope? It's true. You don't have to wait for a physician to bring up the conversation. If you or someone you know is struggling with a life-limiting condition, we can have one of our specialized nurses make visits to your home to determine if you would benefit from our services. We often hear from our families. We wish we had called you sooner. Call Hospice of Hope, serving counties in Kentucky and Ohio at 1-800-928-4848.
This is David Irie, president of the David Irie Foundation. I suffered a spinal cord injury playing baseball my senior year of high school. Since then, we created the David Irie Foundation, which raises money for spinal cord injury research and also high school scholarships based on awareness and preventing spinal cord injuries. If you would like to check us out or donate, look us up at DIF35.org or check us out on Facebook at Team Irie. That's Team IERY.
Have you experienced domestic or sexual violence in your lifetime? You're not alone. This violence is something that affects people of all ages, backgrounds, and races. Call the Women's Crisis Center at 564-6708 to register for our Survivors of Trauma support group.
Well, we go to the top of the 4th inning, and not a good part of the scoreboard right now for the Reds. They are down in this ball game 4-0. They have already lost their left fielder Michael Tolio with a separated shoulder, and Nick Lodolo getting beat around, and the Diamondbacks stealing a lot of bases. So the Reds need to get it going here, and it'll be T.J. Friedel who came in for Tolio after Tolio separated his shoulder and left. The left-handed hitter Friedel takes the fastball in off the plate, ball one. Eduardo Rodriguez, left-hander, 12-4 on the year. Very good earned run average at 2.7. Full windup, and a bunt attempt by Friedel goes right back to the pitcher. Fields and throws to first base, and he will get TJ by a step at first base for the first out of the inning. Friedel had a good idea, but he just didn't hit it hard enough past the pitcher, and it was kind of an easy move for the lefty Rodriguez to come off the mound and make that play.
I even think, Chris, if he punts that a little bit more toward the line at first base, he beats it out and forces Rodriguez just to run after it a little bit more, but it was a little too much back toward the mound.
Now the number 9 hitter, Ke'Bryan Hayes, and Hayes takes the fastball down and away for a strike. Interesting, really, when you look at the radar readings for Rodriguez. He'll go anywhere from 89 to 93 on that fastball. The 0-1 is a little breaking ball, off-speed pitch change-up on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2. Deep in the box, kind of waving the bat a little bit, left foot up on the ball of his foot, and Hayes awaits. Swing and a foul. That'll go off the facing in front of the Reds dugout. Hayes, a native of Tomball, Texas. And the pitch by Rodriguez is a high fastball, a teaser pitch. Hayes does not go, and it's 1-2. Diamondbacks trying to eke into the postseason via the wild card. And a swing and a foul straight back. This is a ball club, though, that over the years has been almost unpredictable in the streaks that they have put together. Winning streaks, losing streaks, how they get into the playoffs, as they did in 2023, went all the way to the World Series.
Nobody saw that coming, that's for sure.
You're right. They beat the Brewers, they beat the Dodgers, they beat the Phillies, and then lost in 5 games to the Texas Rangers. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ke'Bryan Hayes. Swing, and that one will be fouled off to the right side. Ellie De La Cruz on deck. Reds have done a pretty good job, really, this year against left-handed pitching. They've got such a heavily laden right-handed lineup. But they are down right now 4-0. In fact, they have not even had a hit yet. And a swing and a miss and a breaking ball. Pulled the string on the changeup. And Eduardo Rodriguez has his 3rd strikeout, 2 down in the inning. You know, the changeup fastball combination that Rodriguez brings out there, very similar to what Christopher Sanchez of the Philadelphia Phillies does, but Sanchez throws about 4 or 5 miles an hour harder. And a fastball off the plate, ball 1 to Ellie. Ellie, 20 home runs, 57 driven in. Sitting right around the 260 mark. Deep in the box and waits, and that's a strike on the outside corner. This year, Ellie has been very good against left-handers. Lows the fastball up and away. Moreno wants it inside, and it's fouled straight back. Ellie had a good cut at a fastball, a little cut fastball coming in on his hands. No balls, or make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out in the inning, and Ellie looks at a changeup. I mean, that did not miss by much. Moreno thought it was good. There'll be no challenge, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Thankfully, there won't be a challenge. That was a strike.
Rodriguez, small back step coming to the plate now, and off-speed pitches down and in. Santa Cruz has worked it full. Rodriguez has walked one in this ball game. That was Suarez in the second inning. Reds looking for a base runner. Swung on, and Ellie hacks and fouls it straight over towards the right side. That'll land in the second deck here. Second of three different levels at Chase Field. We were talking earlier today, Tommy, about all the different names that this ballpark has had since its inception. Full count pitches swung on, fouled off again. Another upper decker.
Of course, Bank One Ballpark was its original name. It was affectionately known as the Bob. I feel like there was a name somewhere in between.
I do too. The 3-2 pitch again, and this one is lofted into the air, but fair. There goes the second baseman Vargas out waving everybody off, and he will catch it for the third out of the inning. So another 1-2-3 inning for the left-hander Rodriguez. We go to the bottom of the third. 4-0 Diamondbacks on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Reds fans, what if you didn't have to choose between the celebration and the memory? With even non-alcoholic cocktails, you get both. Bold taste, zero alcohol, so you can stay sharp, social, and in the moment. Whether you're catching the game or closing out the night, Even keeps the good times going. Proudly distributed by Topics, your hometown partner delivering today's top brands across the Cincinnati tri-state area. Big enough to deliver, local enough to care. Find Even at drinkeven.co for your favorite retailer.
Tommy Thrall, voice of the Reds here. I was at the old ball yard the other day and got to thinking that the catcher is a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program gives you peace of mind and keeps your home pest-free year-round. The program has 3 options, basic, advantage, and premium. Each addresses different needs and budgets and comes with a dedicated technician. Got a pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds are teaming up to give you a home run deal. Right now, we're offering buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a sunroom using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at championsavenow.com.
Arenado will lead off to the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Nick Lodolo misses that, actually lands that breaking ball in the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 4-0 ball game, favored Diamondbacks. Lodolo coming to the plate and swung on, and that's going to be hit and fouled off to the right side, just behind the Reds dugout. It'll be Sal Stewart giving chase, but he'll run out of room. Lodolo now ahead of Arenado, no balls and 2 strikes. Arenado, one of the 8 right-handed hitters in Torey Lovello's lineup, and he swings and lofts a high fly ball into shallow left field. TJ Friedel comes in, and he will make the catch for the first out of the inning. And now Tim Tawa. Tawa with a base hit and a run scored. One of the 3 runs that scored in the 2nd inning for the Diamondbacks. They got 1 in the 1st, they got 3 in the 2nd, and that's where it stands right now. 4 runs on 6 hits. The Reds are looking for their first hit and their first run. And a fastball in off the plate, that's a ball. Tawa deep in the box, slightly open stance. Big, strong looking right-handed hitter. And he takes the fastball up the knees. That's a strike. Lodolo facing first base, kind of a modified stretch windup, and it's in off the plate. That's a ball. Tawa waits, 2 balls and a strike from Lodolo. Swing and a miss. Got a good changeup in there for Lodolo, and that's a good sign. That's a pitch that had eluded him the first couple of innings, and the Diamondbacks just sitting back on the heater. So now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Will he double up on the changeup? And a fastball way inside. Good snag by Trevino, and the count goes full. Looking now for Nick Lodolo. He's settled on the sign. And the payoff pitch is swung on. That's a shot, but one hopper backhanded by McLean at second. And he will make a nice throw to first base to get the second out of the inning. Good defensive play by Matt McLean. He went all the way behind the second base bag to field that sharply hit one hopper and turn it into an out. So 2 down in the inning. Lodolo now, for the first time in this ball game, with a chance to make a 1-2-3 inning. Jordan Lawler, right-handed hitter, waits, swung on, hooked foul, ball, strike 1.
I did finally find the answer to our burning question.
Okay.
And our engineer, Brian, was right. It has only had the 2 names. It was Bank One Ballpark and then Chase Field. I swore there was something in between. I would have lost that if that were a trivia question.
I would have been right with you going down the road to ruin. The 0-1 to Lawler is a little bit low. That's a ball.
That's a well-traveled road for some of us.
Yes, it is. There are ruts in that road.
Yeah. Or some potholes in that one.
Lawler waits and swung on. That's going to be a line drive base hit in the left field. So there goes the chance for Lodolo's first 1-2-3 as Jordan Lawler gets a 2-out base hit. And now Jose Fernandez. Fernandez just recently recalled. Right-handed hitter. He's the third baseman. Right-handed hitter, slightly open stance, very bent at the knees. Lawler with a modest lead at first, and a first pitch breaking ball just a little bit too high for ball 1. That's a curveball that Lodolo still does not have a good feel of. And a fastball in off the plate. That's a ball, 2-0. One of the things that kind of plagues Lodolo is that even though he's 6 feet 6 inches tall, he's got a very low arm slot. And that low arm slot leads to a from side to side breaking ball. And sometimes it just breaks out of the strike zone. Swing and a miss. Got a change up on a 2-0 count. And boy, Fernandez just about left the earth with that swing and came up empty. He's got to take his time out to kind of reset himself.
Looks like it might have been one of the better changeups that Lodolo's thrown tonight.
You know, you really tell a changeup by how the hitter reacts. That's one of those pitches where it's very difficult to kind of evaluate it in a vacuum. 2 balls and a strike, 2 out. And a pitch, a changeup off the plate, ball 3. I do like the fact that Trevino is forcing Lodolo to be stubborn with that off-speed pitch. With a runner go, a little bigger lead down there by Lawler. There he goes, and it's ball 4.
And Chris, the catcher plays a big role in that, right? With trying to work a pitcher through his struggles. When the catcher has confidence in that you got to stick with it, it kind of gives you a little added confidence as a pitcher, even though you may not have it working.
Yeah, 100% agree with that, Tommy. And I think that Jose Trevino is one of the best at working relationships with pitchers on this ball club. And I think to a man, everybody that throws to Trevino kind of trusts the guy, and they should. The one unfair thing, though, when you look at a catcher's statistics about how many runners he throws out, what his percentage of caught stealing is, the pitcher is so involved in that stat that you can almost throw it right out the window. So now the number 9 hitter is Ryan Waldschmidt, and he takes a breaking ball inside. That's ball 1. Waldschmidt awaits, and a fastball on the inside corner. He didn't like it, but the count is now 1 ball, 1 strike. Waldschmidt was the Arizona Diamondbacks minor league player of the year last year. A couple of runners on. The Reds down 4-0. Swung on. That's a base hit in trouble. Down the left field line. One will score for sure. Here comes Fernandez, and he will be held up at third base on a stand-up double down the left field line by the number 9 hitter, Ryan Waldschmidt. So for an inning that looked so promising when it got going, Lodolo was able to retire Arenado and Tim Tawa, the first 2 batters of the inning, and now it's on the verge of getting out of hand. 5-0 to score, and Matt Tracy, the acting pitching coach, will come on out for a visit. You said a promising start to the inning. You kind of thought maybe Lodolo was starting to get it figured out and turn the corner in this outing. But now here we go, a late surge by the bottom of this Diamondbacks order, and Ildemaro Vargas is going to be hitting for the 3rd time in 3 innings. I really do believe that it's about command, and I don't know whether it's the blister issue and the inability of Lodolo to figure out a new pitching grip for that breaking ball, but boy, it is awfully tough to be a one-pitch pitcher at this level. So Vargas, leadoff hitter. He is hitless, and he takes the first pitch fastball up and away, ball 1. Boy, Diamondbacks, 5 runs on 8 hits. They are up by 5. Reds are looking to see Vargas pull the ball. Ellie De La Cruz way in the shortstop hole. Swung on, a little jam shot into left field, and here comes T.J. Friedel, and he will put it out for the 3rd out of the inning. But in the inning, the Diamondbacks come up with a 2-out base hit. They make it a 5-0 ball game. Back to Tommy with the play-by-play right after this on the Reds Radio Network.
Hi, this is Shannon with the Buffalo Trace District Health Department, serving both Mason and Robertson counties. Our community health educators are available upon request to provide health education presentations on a wide variety of topics, along with classes like car seat checks, freedom from smoking, CPR and first aid classes, safe sitter, and many more. For more information, call 606-564-9447 or 606-724-5222.
Did you know that anyone can make a referral to Hospice of Hope? It's true. You don't have to wait for a physician to bring up the conversation. If you or someone you know is struggling with a life-limiting condition, we can have one of our specialized nurses make visits to your home to determine if you would benefit from our services. We often hear from our families. We wish we had called you sooner. Call Hospice of Hope, serving counties in Kentucky and Ohio at 1-800-928-4848.
This is David Irie, president of the David Irie Foundation. I suffered a spinal cord injury playing baseball my senior year of high school. Since then, we created the David Irie Foundation, which raises money for spinal cord injury research and also high school scholarships based on awareness and preventing spinal cord injuries. If you would like to check us out or donate, look us up at DIF35.org or check us out on Facebook at Team Irie. That's Team IERY.
Did you know that more than half of car seats are not used or installed correctly? If you have a car seat question or concern, give Buffalo Trace District Health Department a call. We have car seat technicians that would be happy to help with questions and even installation. 564-9447.
Sal Stewart to the plate, leading off the Reds' fourth inning. It is 5-0 Arizona. The left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez back to work for the Diamondbacks. His first pitch on the way to Sal is in there for a called strike. Julian Garcia has been throwing in the Reds' bullpen. Got to believe that Nick Lodolo's day is probably done. Around 80 pitches thrown tonight over 3 innings. The pitch to Stewart is down and away. Ball and a strike on Sal. The left-hander delivers. Stewart a wave and a miss and a fastball. Sal leading Major League Baseball with his 96 RBIs. It is pretty apparent now that he is going to break the Reds' rookie RBI record pretty easily. The 1-2 pitch. Sal swings. Soft roller toward third. Tough play. Arenado, bare hands, throws. Close on a bounce. Not in time. I said Arenado, so used to Arenado being the Diamondbacks' third baseman. It's actually Jose Fernandez over there. But he did everything he could, made the bare hand pickup, and threw a one-hop throw as strong as he could. But Sal, to his credit, hustling down the line, beats it out for an infield hit.
You never know. Maybe Sal should be happy that it was not Arenado over at third base. There could have been a different outcome.
I would say that's a pretty accurate statement.
I mean, how many times did we see Arenado take a base hit away from somebody either hitting a hard, soft or hard down to third base? Doesn't matter. That guy could actually pick it.
He could roll out of bed and make that play. Half asleep. Here's Dane Myers. And Myers takes a look at a strike. The count is 0-1. And that play right there by Fernandez shows you why it's so incredible that Arenado is able to make that play as consistently as he does, because it's not all that easy, even though he makes it look it. 0-1 on Myers. Pitch to him is off the outside corner. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, when you're a 10 Gold Glove winner like Nolan Arenado is, a lot of that is a product of doing it the right way, good mechanics, and lots of repetitions.
1 ball, 1 strike on Myers. Pitch to him. Ground ball down the third base line, foul. And make no mistake about it, you talk to anybody that's ever played with Nolan Arenado, and they will tell you that that guy works tirelessly at it. And some would probably argue that maybe he works too much. One ball, 2 strikes on Dane Myers. Runner on at first base with nobody out. The left-hander readies. Here comes Rodriguez. And it's a breaking ball buried in the dirt. Good take by Myers, laying off. It's 2-2. Rodriguez in his 3rd year with the Diamondbacks. Broke in first with the Red Sox. Spent a couple of years with the Tigers before coming over here to Arizona. Now in his 12th big league season. Here's the 2-2. Up and away. Count is full on Myers. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Came into this start 6th in the National League among qualified starters with his ERA sub-3, 2.71. Payoff pitch. Myers hits it sharply back through the middle and into center field for a base hit. So back-to-back singles for the Reds here in the 4th. First Stewart, now Myers. And the Reds have a little something brewing, facing a big deficit early here in the desert. And now Eugenio Suarez will come up with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, Dane Myers does it again. He gets another base hit on a ground ball. He is hitting up around 390 this year on ground balls, which is the best average in Major League Baseball.
He knows how to guide him through the holes.
And has a little speed down the line.
Suarez, a big wave and a miss and a first pitch changeup for strike 1.
Well, he could change his ball game in a hurry with 1 swing of the bat.
Walked his last time up. Left-hander readies, and here he comes with the 0-1 pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. A couple of countrymen facing off here.
Two really good pitches by Rodriguez. First pitch was a changeup down and away. The next one was a cutter right in on the hands.
Rodriguez, the pause, and the 0-2. Suarez takes just off the inside corner.
Boy, it doesn't take really long to find out why Eduardo Rodriguez is so good. His command, I mean, even when he misses off the inside corner, it's by a matter of inches.
The lefty's 1-2, and it's hit high into the air toward the corner, but playable in right for Corbin Carroll. He sets up, makes the catch. Both runners tag but hold. That's the first out here in the fourth inning. Suarez retired. And it brings up Matt McLean. Quite a turnaround for Eduardo Rodriguez this year over last year. Already mentioned where he ranks in the National League in ERA. Finished last year with an ERA over 5 to go with a 9-9 record in 29 starts. Left-hander readies, and Rodriguez home to McLean. He swings, rolls it left side. Picked up by the third baseman, Fernandez. He'll go the short way to second, forcing out Myers. That's the only out they'll get. Myers really went in hard to second base and was all over the second baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. He had no chance to make the turn. So McLean will reach on the fielder's choice. And J.J. Bleday will hit with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Stewart up to third. McLean at first. Bleday, a strikeout victim, is first at bat. The lefty comes set. Here's Rodriguez, and he spins a curveball low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 on J.J. Bleday. Here's Rodriguez with a 1-0. Swing and a miss. Changeup down and in, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Down 5-0. The Reds don't need them all back at once, but they'd love to get something on the board here. The 1-1. Oh, wave and a miss. Another changeup from the lefty Rodriguez. It's a ball and 2 strikes now on J.J. Bleday. Inning started with back-to-back singles from Stewart and Myers. A fly out and a ground out. And now the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt with the changeup. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez, hands together, belt high. Now the 2-2 in the dirt. Good block by the catcher Moreno. Count is full, 3-2. The Diamondbacks trying to battle for a playoff position. As such, another good-looking crowd here at Chase Field in the desert. I don't think they were drawing this well when they went to the World Series a few years ago. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Got him with a changeup. Bleday down on strikes. The Reds threaten but come up empty in the 4th. To the bottom of the 4th inning here in Arizona. It's the Diamondbacks 5, Reds 0 on the Reds Radio Network.
At Cincinnati Children's, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown health system with a global impact. Every day, we care for every child who walks through our doors because every child deserves the care we give. But we can't do it alone. Donor support is critical, especially now. Join us in making a difference for kids here at home and around the world. Visit CincinnatiChildren's.org/give today.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food, it's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Bring the family to see the Bible come to life at the Ark Encounter and Creation Museum. Located in northern Kentucky, just 45 minutes apart, these two attractions offer two different experiences. Tour the awe-inspiring life-size Noah's Ark at Ark Encounter, or meet animatronic dinosaurs at the Creation Museum. There's fun and amazement for the whole family. Plan your visit at arkencounter.com. And don't miss the live shows and seasonal events that make every visit feel brand new.
Nothing says game day like snacks everyone can enjoy. Grab Little Bites Muffins, the delicious mess-free snack that's easy to pack, easy to share, and just as easy to love. It's no surprise they're the #1 mini muffin brand. Little Bites make snack time an easy win.
Diamondbacks come to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Before they do, let's pause for station identification up and down the Reds radio network.
Sports 1240 WFTM Maysville, your home for Cincinnati Reds baseball and the best in local, state, and national sports coverage.
Corbin Carroll's at the plate. It is still Nick Lodolo. Kind of thought that this may be it for him. He's at 80 pitches right now through 3 innings, but he's back out there again in the 4th inning. And his first pitch on the way to Corbin Carroll, the left-handed hitter, takes a strike. Carroll's been on both times against Lodolo so far. He walked and scored in the 1st inning, then singled in the 2nd. Lodolo into his windup and the 0-1. Carroll takes just a little bit low on the outside corner. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Carroll turning 26 years old today. Here's Lodolo's 1-1 pitch to the birthday boy, and he takes down and away. Carroll, one of only 2 players with 100 or more home runs and stolen bases and 50 or more triples before turning 26 years old. The other, former Red Veda Pinson, 2-1. And Carroll lines it into right center field. That's a hit over his Blade to cut it off. Carroll's trying for second, and he will make it easily in with a double. He's on for the 3rd time in his many trips to the plate tonight. Carroll with his 27th double of the year, and now he's at second with nobody out, and the batter is Gabriel Moreno. 4th inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses, the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic that's crafted for those home run moments. Proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club. Presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. So Moreno at the plate, runner at second base with nobody out. Moreno, like Carroll's, been on both times he's come up. Pair of singles for him today, and the pitch to him. He swings and ropes it into the net down the left field line past the Diamondbacks' third base dugout. Counts 0-1 on Gabriel Moreno. It has been a struggle for Lodolo all night long. Pitching in trouble again here in the 4th inning. Lodolo hands together at the belt, eyeballs Carroll, now throws and misses off the inside corner with a fastball. That levels the count at 1 ball and 1 strike on Moreno. The lefty Lodolo looks back at second, stares him down, and now to the plate with a 1-1, and this is lifted in the air center field, and it is deep. Back goes Myers onto the track. He'll make the catch. No chance to keep Carroll from advancing. He will tag at second and move up to third on the fly out to center by Moreno. So Moreno retired for the first time tonight, but it's a productive out as he moves Carroll into third base. And here is Geraldo Perdomo. Infield in for the Reds, trailing 5-0 here in the 4th inning. Lodolo's first pitch, and Perdomo takes down and away for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Lodolo, the pause, and now the pitch to Perdomo. Just off the outside corner, 2 balls and no strikes. Lodolo stares in. Now from the belt, the 2-0, and Perdomo takes on the outside corner, called strike. Perdomo 0 for 2, flied to left and struck out. The lefty sets ready. Now the 2-1, and it's lined back up the middle into center field. That's a hit. It'll score Carroll from third base, and it's 6-0 Diamondbacks. They have scored in each inning, and that's going to be it for Nick Lodolo. Terry Francona was hoping to squeeze an inning out of Lodolo here in the fourth and save an inning from his bullpen, but that's going to be it. Lodolo is going to have to exit early in this one with only 1 out in the fourth inning, having surrendered 6 runs and still responsible for the runner over at first base. So a new pitcher coming on for the Reds. We'll tell you all about him when we come back. 6-0 Arizona on the Reds Radio Network.
For help with your life insurance, retirement, and investment needs, Western and Southern is somewhere you want to be. With one of the strongest life insurance groups in the world, you can feel confident about protecting your loved ones with whole, term, and universal life insurance solutions. Western and Southern is also here to help plan your future retirement with investing strategies that may help grow your wealth too. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started.
Never smiling, never gentle on my mind.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Braylon was just 2 weeks old when we got the diagnosis. Liver failure, a heart defect.
When we had talked to the hospital he was born at, we couldn't get the help we needed there. So we just decided that we were going to pick the very best.
I told my husband, I said, this is where we're going.
The care that he's gotten at Cincinnati Children's is world class.
Cincinnati Children's saved my kid's life. Now he's 2.5, hilarious, funny, and full of joy. Cincinnati Children's is the one that gave our family hope.
Right-hander out of the bullpen at our Wolver's Mustard pitching change. You'll see Julian Garcia come in this ball game. It is a runaway train right now for the Diamondbacks. They scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 so far here in the fourth inning. And they chased Lodolo into the showers, so it'll be Nolan Arenado.
Arenado, the designated hitter, not third baseman, batting here, and the first pitch to him is up and in and spins him out of the way. 1-0 on Nolan Arenado. Arenado is swinging a big blue crayon. That's what his bat is designed like tonight. Players Weekend, the pitch, check swing off the inside corner to Arenado. 2-0. Arenado for 2 tonight against Lodolo. Struck out for the first time. He had never struck out in 7 at-bats against Lodolo until his first time up tonight. Now Arenado takes a breaking ball that hangs upstairs. Now the last thing that Terry Francona wants is for Julian Garcia to fight his command. Lodolo far from sharp tonight. 3 balls, no strikes on Arenado, and Garcia throws, and that's on the outside corner, a called strike. 1 on, 1 out, a run in here in the fourth inning for the Diamondbacks. Garcia pausing, throws, and Arenado lifts the fly ball into left. Coming on is TJ Friedel, and he'll make a nice sliding catch. And that's the second out here in the fourth inning. So good job by Garcia to bounce back to get Arenado on the lazy fly into short left field. A nice play by Friedel for the second out here in the fourth inning. Brings up Tim Tawa. Garcia's on for the 22nd time this year, 2-3, 2.93 ERA. He has been a very pleasant surprise for the Reds out of that bullpen since coming up from Louisville, a guy that the Reds signed out of independent ball a year ago. Garcia's first pitch to Tawa. Swinging a bouncing ball to third, backing up Hayes. Fields goes to second, forces out Perdomo, and that'll do it. So Garcia out of the bullpen, gets two, gets out of the inning, but the Diamondbacks have added one more here in the fourth. At the end of four, Arizona 6, Reds nothing on the Reds Radio Network.
Primary Plus believes in connecting healthcare for you and your family. With 7 locations throughout the region, they provide a comprehensive range of medical services for the entire family and work to keep healthcare affordable. Primary Plus offers primary care, OBGYN, dental, dermatology, x-ray ultrasound, occupational medicine, on-site pharmacies that offer significant cost savings, and mental health care at Primary Plus Counseling Services, which now has a new expanded office at 910 Kenton Station Drive in Maysville. Primary Plus always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net.
The Mason County Family Consumer Science Program has presented many interesting programs this year. Cooking Through the Calendar, which helps promote Kentucky Proud products where you can sample different recipe each month. We've also held food preservation classes, cooking with cast iron, and next up we will have freezer meal classes. We work closely with the Mason County homemakers promoting community service projects. I'm Tara McCarty, Program Assistant for Family Consumer Science. For more information about the Mason County homemakers, please call 564-6808.
Are you tired of feeling helpless when it comes to drug abuse in your community? There's something you can do. Help put a stop to drug trafficking and drug abuse in your neighborhood by calling the Buffalo Trace Drug Tip Hotline at 1-866-950-DRUG. Calls are anonymous and messages are given to local law enforcement. 1-866-950-DRUG. This message is brought to you by the Buffalo Trace Agency for Substance Abuse Policy.
Many infant deaths can be prevented by following the ABCs of safe sleep every time you put your baby to sleep. Don't sleep with your baby. Don't let them sleep in your bed or on the couch. And don't put them to sleep on their stomachs or side. Learn more at safesleepkentucky.org.
Jose Trevino bats in the fifth, leading it off for the Red Legs. Reds are down 6-0. Hey, let's look at today's trivia question.
All right.
Presented by the Reds Hall of Fame and Museum. Lefty Rodriguez into his windup, brings it home. First pitch to Trevino is up and away for ball one. The topic this series is Reds Diamondbacks trivia, which only goes back relatively a few years. Here's the pitch, smashed foul, third base side, and it's 1-1 now on Trevino. How many members of the Reds Hall of Fame played for the Diamondbacks during their careers? Is it A, 5, B, 3, C, 2? The 1-1. Down and in. Reggie Sanders is the one that comes to mind.
I think Bronson Arroyo also comes to mind.
Did he play for them?
Yes, he did.
Okay, there's 2. 2-1 pitch to Trevino. Strike on the inside corner. The count is even 2-2. Trying to think of who else would be in there. This shouldn't be that hard of a question. The Diamondbacks haven't been around that long. Going back to 1998 was their first year, then won it all in 2001, a team that Reggie Sanders was a part of, the 2-2. There's a little tap foul, third base side. Brandon Phillips never had a cameo here, did he?
No, I don't believe he did. How about Aaron Harang? Did he ever pitch for the Diamondbacks?
Adam Dunn did.
Yeah.
He played here. 2-2. In the air to right. Going back in a hurry is Corbin Carroll, but he'll get there shy of the track and make the catch, and that's the first out of the fifth inning. Dunn's in the Reds Hall of Fame, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. TJ Friedel bats for the second time. Tried to bunt his first time up. The pitcher was quick to it, made the play, and got the out. First pitch here to Friedel. And he takes off the outside corner for ball one. So we're up to 3. Trying to think if there's any other pitchers. The 1-0. Off the inside corner. Danny Graves ever play here?
I think that was probably, he was before the Diamondbacks' time, probably.
Was he?
No?
No.
You say 98. Is that when they came in the league?
2-0, and Friedel yanks one down the line and right, and that is down. Carroll tries to make a spectacular sliding attempt. Got it on the short hop, but it's going to fall in for a base hit, and T.J. Friedel is on.
Boy, T.J. nearly had a triple right there. That was a backhanded attempt sliding towards the line that the right fielder Carroll went after, and I thought that ball was going to bounce right by him.
That snaps a career-long 0 for 30 streak for T.J. Friedel. Probably feels like his first big league hit all over again. No doubt a huge weight lifted there on that hit for Friedel, and he smoked it. Now Key Brian Hayes hits, and he takes down too low for ball one. Trying to think of who else could have been here. I'm going to say B3, I think.
I think I'm kind of with you right there, although I'm thinking we're missing a pitcher.
And if we're missing one, then we'd have to be missing two.
Oh, is that right? The next option is 5?
Next one up is 5.
I think I'm going to go with 3 then.
Okay. I'm always leery when I can name them. I just assume I can't name them all, so typically if I can come up with them, I'll add 1 or 2, whatever the next option is, but I'm going to go with 3 here. Here's the 1-1 pitch, up and away to Key Brian Hayes, 2 balls and a strike. Of course, it's always possible that somebody just had a cup of coffee here late in their career, or maybe even early in their career.
Well, all we got to do is think of who the Hall of Famers are. Kind of go right on down the list.
Right. 2-1. Line drive, base hit center field. Key Brian Hayes is on. Hayes came in with hits in each of his last couple of ball games, and now he's got a base hit here, and the Reds have 2 on with 1 out, and back to the top of the order now.
Well, there's no question that Hayes has been hitting the ball a lot harder, and that swing right there shows me that it's in him. You know, we just need to see more of it.
Just hope that he'll find some consistency somewhere along the way at some point. Ellie De La Cruz bats with runners at first and second, 1 out. Rodriguez readies, and here he comes with the first pitch to De La Cruz. Swinging a ground ball, sharply hit, but scooped at third by Fernandez. The second one around to first in time. Double play. Again, it looked a little promising for the Reds. Get a couple of men aboard down to the bottom of the order, go back to the top, but Ellie hits into an improbable 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Halfway through it in the desert, it is 6-0 Diamondbacks on the Reds Radio Network.
This tax season, did your CPA fall a bit short of expectations? Dean Dorton's award-winning tax team has your organization's best interests in mind. We don't just file your taxes and say, see you next year. Our experts stay hand-in-hand with your business year-round, offering guidance and alerting you to important regulatory changes. So your April surprise is nothing more than a pop-up shower. Contact Dean Dorton today at deandorton.com/Reds. That's deandorton.com/Reds.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The third, fourth, and fifth generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
This month at AE Door and Window, get up to 15% off Provia entry doors and select Clopay garage doors, up to 20% off Pella and Provia windows, and up to $150 off LiftMaster openers, plus 0 down, 0 interest for 2 years. Study up on these back-to-school savings at AEDoorsales.com.
Strike called on the outside corner. First pitch from Julian Garcia. And there for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Jordan Lawler. Leading off the Diamondbacks' fifth inning. 7, 8, and 9. Now Lawler swings, rolls one to Ellie. The shortstop moving to his left. Gloves throws in time. And Lawler's gone. That's the first out of the fifth. If you're listening tonight on your car or truck radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? Here's the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike called to Jose Fernandez. 0-1 on Fernandez. Fernandez has been on both times he's come up. He singled in the second, walked in the third, and Garcia deals the 0-1. Ripped on a line, caught by Ellie. Right at short, head high. 2 down. Hey, as a pitcher, you'll take an atom ball now. You're okay with that.
And out is an out. And there's a reason why there are fielders out there with gloves.
Yes. Yeah, long gone are the days where you just used to stand out there barehanded.
Although there are still some teams and scouts that want only strikeout pitchers.
And off the plate for ball one.
You know, which really brings you to the point of, how is Julian Garcia so effective? Here's a guy that was pitching in the independent leagues a couple of years ago. Now he's doing really well in the big leagues.
He defies the laws of modern pitching, doesn't he? Pitches inside, 2-0.
I mean, he hasn't gotten all of a sudden really strong with his fastball. It's the same speed it's been for a long time.
Which is not very fast, I might add.
You can control your hitting by being able to control your breaking ball.
Down too low. 3-0 on Ryan Waldschmidt.
I mean, when it all comes down to it, hitters never practice hitting a curveball or a slider.
3-0. And it's high, ball 4. Waldschmidt's aboard for the second time. A double, now a 2-out walk, and back at the top of the order, Ilomaro Vargas. So runner at first, and Vargas 0 for 2. Sac fly in the second, but he's grounded to second and flied out to left. Righty sets ready. Garcia turns. They've got the runner picked off, and he is out by a mile. Waldschmidt dancing way off first, and Garcia spun, and he was about 20 feet off the bag and couldn't get back in time. He's picked off. Inning over. We go to the 6th inning. It's still the Diamondbacks 6 and the Reds 0 on the Reds Radio Network.
People's Bank of Kentucky supports the businesses that are the backbone of every community we serve. Whether you're just starting out or looking to expand, we offer a range of options to help manage your finances, from checking and savings accounts to loans and lines of credit. Plus, with your online banking platform, you can access your accounts and manage transactions from anywhere at any time. Visit one of our convenient locations today to learn more about our business banking services. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Kentucky high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Thompson.
I'm Dr. Jessica Bryant.
This is Dr. B. River Valley Dental in Maysville offers a different approach. Enjoy a calm, personalized experience while receiving top-tier dental care. From routine checkups to advanced treatments like same-day crowns, implants, and clear aligners, our skilled team is dedicated to your oral health and comfort.
Our gentle and experienced team will guide you through every step, ensuring your comfort is our top priority.
Come reclaim your smile. Call 564-4371. River Valley Dental. Modern dentistry. Personalized care.
Want to make a difference? Volunteer with the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary. There's dozens of missions in which you can volunteer your time and talent to help the Coast Guard and your community. Go to join.cgaux.org to learn more.
Sal Stewart to the plate, leading off the Reds' sixth. The left-hander still on, Eduardo Rodriguez for the Diamondbacks. And his first pitch in for strike, 0-1 on Sal Stewart. 6-0 Diamondbacks, 6 runs on 10 hits for Arizona. No runs, 4 hits for the Reds tonight. Rodriguez winds and deals the 0-1. Stewart takes a strike at the knees, wants to challenge, decides not to. He's just not happy about it. Tapped his hat a couple of times like he wanted to challenge and said, never mind. It was a strike. He's better for it. 0-2. And Rodriguez deals. Down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, we're talking about command and how good Julian Garcia has been. I mean, really no better example than Eduardo Rodriguez. Here's a guy that tops out at 92.
1-2, lofted in the air, down the line and right. Long run for Tawa. Vargas on the scene, but it's the right fielder Carroll that gets there just inside the line to make the catch on that shallow fly down the line and right.
You know, but by pitching to the corners and changing speeds, you get swings like that from a really good hitter like Sal Stewart.
1 out, Dane Myers hits. A base hit for Myers in the 4th. Grounded out the second baseman his first time up, 1 for 2. The lefty into his windup, and here it comes to Dane Myers. Breaking ball strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. The Reds and Avocados from Peru have teamed up to give you the chance to win a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR or a Reds VIP experience. To enter, you need to register at reds.com/AvoReds and follow Avos from Peru on Instagram. Fouled back. 0-2 on Dane Myers. Nobody on, 1 man out. Rodriguez, the turn and pitch. Hit on 1 hop in the hole, gloved by Perdomo. It's short. He'll throw in time. 2 away. Well, here over the last few ball games, this is where the Reds have started to make their run. They've been a little dormant early. Last 4 games, the Reds have only scored 1 run before the 6th. But after the 6th, the Reds have scored 19 times in the last 4 games. Suarez takes high, ball 1. Well, now would be a good time to get going. Of course, that was against the Cardinals team that didn't exactly have a lockdown bullpen.
I think you could say the same thing about the Diamondbacks.
It is a weakness of this team. Off the outside corner, 2 balls and no strikes on Suarez. The lefty turns it loose. Breaking ball way high and outside, and it's a 3-ball, no strike count on Eugenio Suarez. Here it comes. In there for a called strike. Now 3-1. Suarez a walk in the second, flew out to right field in the 4th. Eduardo Rodriguez delivers up and away, and that's ball 4. Second time tonight that Suarez has walked against Rodriguez. Former teammates and both Venezuelan natives. Squaring off 3 times tonight so far, and right now Suarez has reached twice, although I'm sure if you ask Gino, he'd prefer to get a hit and walk a couple of times. That might be it. Looks like Torey Lovello is making his way to the mound. The Diamondbacks manager will reach the hill, give Rodriguez a fist bump with a good smile, and send him on his way. 5 2/3 for Eduardo Rodriguez, but he will exit with the Diamondbacks leading it at the moment 6-0. We'll say about the new pitcher when we come back on the Reds Radio Network.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds are teaming up to give you a home run deal. Right now, we're offering buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a sunroom using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at championsavenow.com.
Great American Ballpark and Great American Mustard. Some things just belong together. Family owned and Ohio made, Wilbur's Mustard has been a Reds game day favorite since 1905. If you're at the ballpark or watching from home, top off your hot dog, burger, or brat with Wilbur's Mustard.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
The pitching change complete. Torey Lovello back in the Diamondbacks dugout, and it'll be a right-hander, Dennis Santana, coming in for the Diamondbacks. He was a closer in Pittsburgh last year, released by the Pirates this year, and just called up on August the 16th to join his Diamondbacks bullpen.
His first pitch to Matt McClain is too far inside. Ball 1-0 on McClain. 1 on, 2 out. We're in the 6th inning. Chase Field in Arizona. McClain takes way off the inside corner. And McClain ahead of the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the best way to let a team back into a game in a fairly lopsided affair is to start walking people. Reds will take the walks. The Diamondbacks are going to hand them out. Right now, McClain's ahead of the count, 2-0. Santana from the belt. Fires. And the pitch taken for ball 3. And you know that McClain's not going to jump.
The catcher is challenging the pitch.
The pitch looked to be up and in. Let's see. It might have just nicked the corner, but if it did, it was barely. It did, and it was barely.
Call's overturned. Arizona has 2 chances remaining.
A seam caught the very, very, very top inside corner of the zone.
The red of the seam on the block of the plate.
There's no way you see that as an umpire. 2-1. A wave and a miss, and a slider on the outside corner.
That was the way it was explained one time by the legendary umpire Doug Harvey, when a rookie hitter said, "Where was that pitch, ump?" And he said, "The red of the seam touched the block of the plate." Strike 3.
Love it. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nice job by Santana to bounce back and strike out McClain. The Reds get a base runner here in the 6th. A 2-out walk to Suarez. He's stranded at first base. Still 6-0 Arizona on the Reds Radio Network.
To live the life you want to live, Western & Southern is here to help you figure it all out. Our ever-expanding range of life insurance, retirement, and investment solutions are designed to do all the outworking, outthinking, and outperforming so you can outdream. We'll do the heavy lifting to help protect your family's financial future, grow your wealth, and to help make your dreams happen. Western & Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com to get started today.
Ever smiling, never gentle on my mind.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Stuck in a
dead-end job? Kick your career into high gear through a building trades apprenticeship. Ohio is calling up the next generation of skilled tradespeople across the state. We're hiring electricians, plumber, pipe fitters, iron workers, sheet metal workers, bricklayers, cement masons, boiler makers, roofers, insulators, laborers, elevator constructors, and painters and glazers. Don't miss your shot at big money and full benefits in a construction apprenticeship. Are you ready to build your future? Start your application today at ohioconstructiontrades.com.
Grader's handcrafted French pot ice cream. Rich, creamy, and dense. Made the hard way, 2.5 gallons at a time. No shortcuts. Ship nationwide at Graders.com. Graders, taste the greatest.
Garcia is the Reds longman today, and back out for his second full inning of work. Came in with 2 outs, actually with 1 out in the 4th inning. Got the final 2 outs of that inning. Retired 2 of the 3 batters he faced, but then picked off the 3rd after he issued a 2-out walk to Ryan Waldschmidt. It was Ildemaro Vargas at the plate. Now that pitch is called a ball. Trevino says it was a strike, which if so, would make it a no-ball 2-strike count. It was low.
Call is confirmed. Cincinnati has 1 count remaining.
Okay. 1-1. Garcia delivers. It's fouled back.
You bring up a term, Tommy, that you don't really hear all that often, which is the long man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there used to be a pitcher in the bullpen that was kind of designated as the long man or the swing man. You may use him as a long reliever, or you may even give him a start. But, not every bullpen has one of those guys.
1-2. This is fouled back. Trevino will have a look, but it's in amongst them.
The long man now is probably somebody who can give you 3 innings.
Right. And I would imagine if Terry Francona gets Garcia through the 6th, that'll be it for him. One ball, 2 strikes on Ildemaro Vargas. 1-2. Popped again, foul. Back to the left, out of play. Diamondbacks today in their City Connect Serpientes jerseys. They say Serpientes scripted in a snake font across the front. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's just a little bit too low. That's in teal across the front of a purple jersey with dark purple sleeves. 2-2. Swing and a line drive caught at first by Sal Stewart with his backhand. So that is the first out here in the 6th inning. Still Garcia was racing over to cover just in case Sal caught that on the short hop. First base umpire Mark Ripperger says no, he caught it on the fly. 1 out, and Corbin Carroll bats. First pitch to Carroll is a strike at the knees. The count is 0-1. From the belt. Now the 0-1 pitch. Carroll swings, skies this one. High into short right. Bleday is in. He's under it. And he's got it. And Corbin Carroll, for the first time on his 26th birthday, is retired on a fly to right field. Was 2 for 2, but had walked, singled, doubled, and scored twice with a stolen base before that. The Reds finally get him out, and now 2 down, and here's Gabriel Moreno. Right-hander Garcia readies at the belt, goes to work. First pitch, that's a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1 on Moreno. Moreno with a couple of singles and a stolen base as well tonight. He was retired in the 4th on a fly ball to center field. Garcia's pitch lifted in the air toward right. Here comes the right fielder, Bleday. He makes the catch. And that's 3 up, 3 down for Garcia against the Diamondbacks in the 6th. We played 6 in the desert. Still Diamondback 6. Reds nothing. Back to Chris on the Reds Radio Network.
Whether you're buying or selling a home, farm, or commercial property, call Craig A. Stanfield Real Estate and Auction Services in Tollsboro. Craig and his team are available to provide you with the service you deserve. Check out their listings at stanfieldproperty.com or call 606-301-3350. That's 606-301-3350. Craig A. Stanfield Real Estate and Auction Services in Tollsboro. Craig A. Stanfield, auctioneer and broker. Equal housing opportunity.
The Kentucky Gateway Museum Center on Sutton Street in downtown Maysville has 4 historic collections in one dynamic place. Home to the KSB Miniatures Collection and Old Pogue Experience. Before tomorrow becomes yesterday, we invite you to get the whole story at the Kentucky Gateway Museum Center. Come explore with us. The Kentucky Gateway Museum Center is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4. Don't forget to like the Kentucky Gateway Museum on Facebook or visit kygmc.org. Call 564-5865.
It's game day, Reds fans, and it's always a winning play at Quality Carpet and Upholstery in Maysville. With over 300 rolls of carpet and 175 rolls of vinyl in stock, you don't wait, you walk out a winner. Carpet starting at just $5.99 per yard. Waterproof laminate from only 75 cents a square foot. Click together, glue down, you name it, we've got it. Visit us at 1516 Forest Avenue or call 564-7956 for a free estimate. Check out our website and Facebook page. Quality Carpet and Upholstery since 1993, where your floor means more.
Whether it's a natural disaster devastating thousands or a home fire affecting a family, the American Red Cross is there. I'm Jennifer Adrio, CEO of the Kentucky Region Red Cross. Help us as we celebrate 100 years in Kentucky. Contact your local Red Cross today.
Yeah, Dennis Santana on for the Diamondbacks again for the 2nd time in a row. He came in to face Matt McClain and got out of the 6th inning with a strikeout. So he will face J.J. Bleday, Jose Trevino, and then T.J. Friedel. The 3 batters here scheduled at the top of the 7th inning. Reds down 6-0. First of 3 here in the desert. Bleday 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Then he takes the first pitch, 4-seam fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Santana, the right-handed reliever, pitches out of the stretch and slings it in there just a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. This ballpark, which is, I always find it quite amazing. Chase Field, no matter what name you call it, was Bank One Ballpark, as we talked about earlier. One of the only parks I've ever been to that has a pool inside. 2-1, that one outside misses. And it is pretty much a full pool every night, and not necessarily Adult Swim. Diamondbacks are playing Bleday to pull. Here's the pitch, is check swing at the plate. He wanted to pull the trigger, didn't, and it caught the inside corner.
There was a time where a lot of the minor league parks had hot tubs.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as full-fledged pools,
yeah,
makes this one unique.
Here is the 2-2 to Bleday, a little bit high. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Of course, remember the Jaguars did a bunch of renovations to their football stadium.
The ball.
In Jacksonville, they added a whole bunch of pools.
Did they?
Yeah.
The pitch is challenged, and it's going to be strike 3. Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, decided he wanted to challenge right away on that pitch. It was up and away to J.J. Bleday, and that's back-to-back strikeouts now for the right-hander Dennis Santana. The other thing that I find very interesting here is that I don't think there's any other ballpark where the difference between the inside temperature and the outside temperature is 30 degrees. Right-hander fires in there to Jose Trevino. That's a strike in the outside corner. Diamondbacks have 2 ABS challenges left. The Reds have 1. Up and in, 1-1. I mean, actually, the difference in temperature, if you get here in the afternoon, is more like about 35 degrees.
Yeah.
So right now it's, 105 outside and 75 inside. Anyway, there's a ground ball to the third baseman and all the way across the infield. Jose Fernandez will throw out Trevino, and there are quickly 2 down.
You're becoming a Arizona regular native. So now you're not out here around year-round, but you're pretty familiar. How hot can it get here? What's a normal summertime temperature here?
You know, it was from what I understand, talking to some locals this year, summer came in slowly as Friedel takes strike 1. But once it got here, once the temperatures reached about 105, it has kind of settled in. You look at the 10-day weather forecast. I mean, you're looking at 109, 110, 113 degrees on the outside corner. Make it off the outside corner. Moreno decides not to challenge that.
So not quite
1 ball and
120.
1 strike to Friedel. But not 120, no.
Oh, okay.
Maybe in Death Valley.
Right.
You'll find that. But here in the Phoenix area, it's awfully hot. But I don't know if I could distinguish between 115 and 120.
How far is Death Valley from here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Foul straight back, and 1-2 now to TJ. I just know that it's hotter at 4 o'clock in the afternoon than it is at noon.
Right.
For instance, I played golf today at 7:45 this morning. We were off the golf course by 11, and it was hot but not unbearable. Santana fires in there way inside, and dancing out of the way is Friedel. Did it get him? Yes, it did. Tried to get his legs out of the way, and it looked like it got him right on the foot.
Boy, he's really hobbling, too.
It was a slider that just kept boring right in on Friedel, got him right on the inside of his shoe.
Yeah, there's no getting out of the way of that.
No. And it got him on the part of the shoe. There's really not a lot of leather or padding. Right on the inside of the toe. Friedel's not coming out of this ball game. Terry Francona on his way back to the dugout. Tomas Vera, one of the Reds trainers, is going to bring in some of the protective gear that Friedel has on. So the Reds get a 2-out base runner. They are down 6-0. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Key Brian Hayes with a base hit, and he takes a breaking ball strike.
You're probably not spending a whole lot of time trying to find your ball when it's 115 out, though, when you're out on the course.
No, well, I have the advantage. It's a lot better in the shade. I hit it in the shade a lot.
Good. I would say that must mean you're hitting it in the trees a lot, but there's not a lot of trees out here.
Well, there are trees, absolutely.
Oh, come on.
I mean, how do you find shade without trees?
Well, not that.
No, I was in shady part of the golf course today, a lot. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, that's a ground ball. There goes the shortstop over in the hole, and he will take the easy way. Perdomo does. Hands it off to Vargas for the 3rd out of the inning. The Reds get a runner. They do not score. We go the bottom of the 7th inning. The Diamondbacks in complete control of this one. 6-0 in the desert on the Reds Radio Network.
When you hear words like pediatric cancer, inoperable, extremely rare, you may think the story has already been written. But at Cincinnati Children's, we see kids as so much more than their diagnosis. They're playful, snuggly, adventurous. That's why we say yes when others say no, taking on the toughest challenges so every child can live their best possible life. For brighter futures, Cincinnati Children's is the one.
Hot dogs! Get your bar-ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
Hot
There is a land where excitement meets opportunity every day, where happiness and wonder start to feel like home. A place that makes your heart race at every turn, where a good job and a brighter future are just within reach. Some call this a dream. We call it Kentucky. Your next trip could be your next chapter. So pack up and come see us. It's never been easier to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home. Plan your getaway at KentuckyTourism.com.
Dave Lapham here with exciting news. The legendary Houston Inn is back in the saddle. It's been around since 1953 and has now reopened, and it looks amazing. Great menu, cocktails and wine selections, and a beautiful rustic atmosphere. You have to come see it. Houston Inn in Mason. We'll see you there.
We go to the bottom of the seventh inning in a 6-0 Diamondbacks lead. It'll be a new pitcher out of the bullpen. That means it is a Wolvers Mustard pitching change. Wolvers Mustard, put some mustard on it. And the new pitcher out of the pen is Pierce Johnson. 35-year-old right-hander comes into the ball game. He's the third pitcher used by Terry Francona. And he fires the fastball strike to Geraldo Perdomo. Perdomo 1 for 3, line out, strikeout, and an RBI. Perdomo awaits the right-hander's delivery down and in, and he dances out of the way of that. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to the cleanup hitter in the Diamondbacks lineup. They're missing their main man in the lineup, Ketel Marte. He was placed on the 10-day injured list today with some knee inflammation. There is speculation that there might be more behind that. And on the corner is a strike, and he's ahead now, 1 ball and 2 strikes, Pierce Johnson. I guess it all started when Ketel Marte did not show up for a ball game when the Diamondbacks were in Boston. 1-2 up and away. So that led to a little bit of concern on the part of Torey Lovullo, the manager, and also the front office. They had a meeting on the phone with Marte, and after a constructive meeting, quote unquote, there's a base hit by Perdomo. So the Diamondbacks get a leadoff hitter. So after that conversation with Ketel Marte, they decided to put Marte on the injured list, and he will be back and activated when his knee is healed. So if you think there's cover-up in the government, I'll leave it right there. Arenado pops up the first pitch to right field. That'll be put away by J.J. Bleday. So 1 pitch, 1 out there, and 1 down in the inning. Bleday has handled each of the last 3 Reds outs defensively. And now Tim Tawa. T-A-W-A, Tawa, 1 for 3, a single and a run, ground out and force out. Diamondbacks up big, 6-0 here in the 7th, and a fastball strike, a good one by Johnson. Lodolo, 3 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, and Julian Garcia came in, pitched a very nice 2 2/3, did not allow a run, walked 1 and did not strike out a batter. Tawa swings and fouls it high and drifting off into the right field stands, and that'll be about 5 rows behind the Reds dugout. Reds are on the first base dugout, the Diamondbacks on the third base. Nice crowd that is hanging around a long time here. And the pitch by Johnson is swung on, popped up right side, and drifting into the Reds dugout. There goes Sal Stewart, and he'll run out of room, and count out, no balls and 2 strikes. A little bit over 32,000 the announced attendance here at Chase Field tonight. Swung on a little chopper foul. Johnson in his 46th game this year. Last year he pitched 70 games for the Pirates. Or excuse me, not for the Pirates, for the Atlanta Braves. And a pitch misses, and it's 1-2. That one is outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson deals and a little bit low, so he started out 0-2. He's got it now at 3-2. For Johnson, this is his 373rd Major League game. Earned run average at Goodwin at 386 lifetime. And here's the payoff pitch. It's a little bit low, ball 4. So a base hit and a walk now, and the Diamondbacks have a couple of runners on base again.
I'm sure Johnson would love to get a ground ball here from Lawler and get out of this inning.
I think the infielders and outfielders would feel the same way. Ditto that for the manager. And a fastball strike. You know, Johnson is known as a breaking ball pitcher. He's got one of the best curveballs in the baseball, but he still fires that fastball up there in the mid-90s. Lawler, the right-handed hitter, awaits, and there's a breaking ball. It's stroked into right field for a make it center field for a base hit. Dane Myers fields it on a couple of hops. He will flip it into the infield. There's no play at the plate. And Lawler has an RBI base hit, and it is 7-0.
Well, it wasn't hit hard, but just kind of flared it out there into left center. And when you've got some traffic on the bases, sometimes that's all it takes to net your run. Everything's going right for the Diamondbacks tonight, though.
Well, they are a lot better ball club at home than they are on the road. I think they're about 4 games under on the when they get on the road, but at home they use this air-conditioned palace to their advantage. And Jose Fernandez takes the first pitch strike.
Yeah, if this score holds, then it'll put them 10 games over 500 here in their home park.
Johnson fires and misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jose Fernandez. Swung on and hit foul. That'll zip right up into the upper deck. You know, if you ever come to a game here at Chase Field and you feel like you're bored, all you have to look around is see all the different information that is available on all the ribbon boards. I mean, it looks like Times Square inside here.
Yeah, it does.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Jose Fernandez awaits. A couple of runners on base. 1 out in the inning. And off the plate is ball 2.
They've had him for a long time, but they didn't have him in the upper deck. They had 1 for the lower bowl, and that was it. Now they've added 2 different levels of ribbon boards, and on top of that, they have digital boards just everywhere around here.
Here is the 2-2, and Johnson deals as way outside. It's 3-2. So Pierce has been able to get ahead of a lot of the hitters. He's just been unable to put them away. Diamondbacks have scored 1 in the inning. They made it a 7-0 ball game. And here is the payoff pitch to Jose Fernandez. Just off the outside corner, ball 4. Will load the bases as Tawa goes to third, Lawler goes to second. Fernandez takes the walk and goes to first, and now the number 9 hitter Ryan Waldschmidt. He is 1 for 2, an RBI double and a walk. And there is no place to put him. Breaking ball down and out of the zone. That's ball one. Waldschmidt with one of those Miami Vice looking-like bats.
Yeah.
And a fastball on the corner. That's a strike. A white handle, a pink middle of the bat, which really includes the sweet spot. But right about where the sweet spot is when that color of the bat turns to a bright fluorescent yellow. The 1-1 by Johnson, breaking ball, a good one, swing and a miss.
Kind of looks like you took a pink highlighter and put a yellow highlighter cap on it.
Uh-huh. That's a highlighter that would last a long time right there.
That gets you through a couple seasons.
And Johnson on the inside move, a fake to second base. I think that he just didn't like the pitch called by Jose Trevino, and he wants to get a new one. Bases loaded, one out. The Diamondbacks on the verge of scoring again, and that is going to be called a ball, and Trevino wants it reviewed.
Catch the ball.
It's one of those where Trevino is probably trying to help his pitcher out, but I think it was a strike.
He's right.
Ball's overturned, batter is out.
So that makes it strike three to Ryan Waldschmidt, and two out in the inning.
It's only the third strikeout by a Reds pitcher in this game tonight. This is a Diamondbacks team that is the hardest team to strike out in baseball.
They have shown it here tonight. The leadoff hitter, Ildemaro Vargas. He's not joined the hit parade with the Diamondbacks tonight. That's a strike. The team has 12 base hits. He is 0 for 3, although he hit the ball very hard on a line drive right to Stewart his last time up. The 0-1 is old Cham shot in on the hands, fielded by McLean over to first, 3 outs. They leave him loaded here in the 7th inning. We go to the 8th. Now Tommy back with the play-by-play. It is a 7-0 Diamondbacks lead on the Reds Radio Network.
At Hinton Mills, we consider ourselves part of your farm team. From scouting, diagnostics, and soil sampling, to delivery, spreading, and spraying. We appreciate the opportunity to spend so much time on your farms. We feel invested in your success and realize that we only win if you win. That's why providing you with trusted products, trusted advice, and trusted service remains so important to us. Our team looks forward to farming alongside you again this year. Thank you for the opportunity. Hinton Mills, serving farmers since 1918.
Are you looking for a way to make a difference where you live? Become a volunteer with the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary, the boating safety branch of the Coast Guard. We'll guide you toward success. We'll train you in your own hometown. We'll make a leader out of you. There are dozens of missions in which you can volunteer your time and talent to help the Coast Guard and your community by keeping people safe on the water. Go to join.cgaux.org to learn more.
The Maysville Mason County Recycling Center is the drive-through facility, self-sorted for number 1 and number 2 plastics, paper, cardboard, aluminum cans, and metal cans. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 3:30 and Saturday from 7:30 to 11:30. All containers must be marked for self-sorting, and staff is available for assistance. The Maysville Mason County Recycling Center is permitted to accept recyclables from all Buffalo Trace counties, as well as 7 counties in Ohio, including Brown and Adams counties. The Maysville Mason County Recycling Center, 7055 Clarkson Sherman Road.
This is Chris Neal, Community Liaison with the Maysville Police Department. I'd like to encourage you today to download your free Maysville PD app that can be accessed through your Google Play or your Apple Store and help fight crime in our community. Thank you.
Pitcher to tell you about for the Diamondbacks with Arizona up 7-0. But before we do, let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network.
Sports 1240 WFTM Maysville, your home for Cincinnati Reds baseball and the best in local, state, and national sports coverage.
Well, the new pitcher that Tommy had alluded to is a returning fireballer, Justin Martinez, 25 years old. He has just been activated after his second Tommy John surgery, after missing more than a year, 435 days.
He goes to work. First pitch to De La Cruz is low and inside for ball one. 1-0 on Ellie.
They really want to get him back as part of the bullpen as they make a run towards their possible playoff. Here's a guy that averages over 100 miles an hour on a fastball.
First pitch was 100. Second pitch, a strike, 100. And it's 1-1 on De La Cruz. Right-hander deals the 1-1. And Ellie takes a look at the strike at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ellie. Every pitch that he's thrown so far, triple digits. And the 1-2. Swinging a roller to the first baseman. It's bobbled, but gathered by Tawa. He will race to the bag himself and get the out, 3 unassisted.
Got him on the curveball.
Yeah. Went with 3 heaters over 100 miles an hour and then spun him a breaking ball. Actually split. Ellie pounded into the ground right to the first baseman. So with 1 out, Sal Stewart bats. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocer's freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. Swung on and fouled back. Strike 1 on Sal Stewart. Sal's 1 for 3. Grounded out to the shortstop. Singled and flied to right. The righty readies, and from the belt, here's the 0-1. Stewart takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-2 now on Sal Stewart. The outfield straight away against Sal. He is closing in on the Reds' rookie RBI record quickly. He is only 4 shy of tying the Reds' rookie RBI record. Fouled away. 0-2 on Sal Stewart. Jim Greengrass drove in 100 as a Reds rookie back in 1953. Sal's pace is 123 RBIs. The 0-2 pitch. Way high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know, everybody loves the volume of RBI that Stewart has this year, but to me, Tommy, what I really believe is so interesting and fascinating with Stewart is that 43 of his runs batted in have come with 2 strikes.
Wow. There's the 1-2. Swinging and a miss. Struck him out. Stewart's down on strikes. But it shouldn't really surprise you, because in order to be a good 2-strike hitter and be productive with 2 strikes, you have to be a confident hitter.
Yeah.
And he does not lack confidence.
That is some nasty split-finger fastball that Martinez is firing up there.
His regular fastball is 100. And that one he's throwing up there at 89. And it just dives. Good luck. So you want to be a big league hitter. Strike one.
It's got no spin, really. It's got maybe a little bit of side-to-side spin. But because it has no spin, that's what really makes it sink so much.
0-1 on Dane Myers. The pitch to him is a strike call on the outside corner. And it's 0-2 on Myers.
Although they always said, I don't know if there's really any medical evidence to back this up, that split-finger fastballs are tough on the elbow. Mm-hmm. He is coming off the second Tommy John.
0-2 on Myers. Here comes. Swinging a ground ball, foul, third base side. Of course, they also say that high velocity is also tough on your elbow. So when you throw 100 and you throw a split, that's a pretty tough combination for anybody's elbow. Martinez deals the 0-2 off the outside corner. Ball in 2 strikes. 7-0. Diamondbacks are leading it. We're in the 8th inning. Chase Field in the desert. We owe you an answer to our trivia question. We'll try to get to it here in a moment. Martinez, the kick and pitch. Whoops. Uncorked that one at 101 all the way to the backstop. Just a bit outside. 2-2 on Dane Myers.
Myers is thinking, well, better outside than inside.
Inside my ribs.
Myers has actually moved off the plate a little bit more after that one.
Here's the 2-2. And that's, again, outside, this time at 102, right off the tip of Moreno's mitt. Throwing into the backstop, so he's thrown 2 of them. We've gotten away. Like you said, Myers is happy with the direction that they've missed. Here's the payoff. Swung on and fouled back. Getting loose now. Back-to-back pitches at 102 miles an hour. Do you ever think about what it would be like to be able to throw 100 miles an hour?
All the time.
3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Throws him. Dane Myers says, no. It was a split. So let's see.
Challenging the strike.
Dane thought it was inside, and I think it was well off the plate in. Everybody's attention turns to the board, and it was inside.
It is ball 4. Cincinnati retains.
Dane was having a tough time challenging pitches earlier in the year. This one at least 2 inches off the inside corner. So as such, you don't see him challenge pitches very often. But he did there, and he got it. And now Eugenio Suarez will bat. The catcher, Gabriel Moreno, is going to go to the mound. Gives us a chance to take a peek at the answer, see how we did on today's trivia question. Again, the question was, how many members of the Reds Hall of Fame played for the Diamondbacks during their careers? A5, B3, C2. We both said B3, and we think we named them.
Yeah.
But if we missed one, we missed 2. Let's see. It is, in fact, B3. And we got them all. 2018 inductee Adam Dunn played for the Diamondbacks during the 2008 season. Bronson Arroyo went in a few years ago in 2023. He was with the Diamondbacks, you were correct, in 2014. And 2026 inductee Reggie Sanders, part of that world title team in 2001. Pitched to Eugenio Suarez, swung on and fouled away. I still say, now last year's World Series was great. But I don't know that a World Series, in my mind, will ever top that 2001 World Series when the Diamondbacks edged the Yankees.
Well, the Diamondbacks were such a... Yeah, you know what? Yeah, because it seemed like, as you watch that series, that the game-winning hits were luck.
They won up and in. Yeah, well, you had a closer for the Diamondbacks, too, that had been really good all year. He blew several saves that postseason.
Felt bad for him.
Oh, yeah. Young Kim, who was really, really good for him. Not so much in the playoffs. The 1-1 sharply hit on the ground to the second baseman, handled by Vargas. He'll flip it over to first, and the inning is over.
I think you're saying that because the Yankees went down.
That didn't hurt. Inning over. We go to... Sorry, I know that's one of your teams, but it is what it is. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's all Diamondbacks. 7-0 on the Reds Radio Network.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss. At Rising Star Casino in Rising Sun, win up to $5,000 in free play during three-wheel hot seat Fridays and baseball bonanza Saturdays. That's Friday and Saturday, 6 to 9. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 800-9-WITH-IT.
Dave Lapham here with exciting news. The legendary Houston Inn is back in the saddle. It's been around since 1953 and has now reopened, and it looks amazing. Great menu, cocktails and wine selections, and a beautiful rustic atmosphere. You have to come see it. Houston Inn in Mason. We'll see you there.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds are teaming up to give you a home run deal. Right now, we're offering buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a sunroom using promo code GOREDS. Call or schedule your free estimate online at championsavenow.com.
Change has just happened right here at Chase Field. It'll be the left-hander coming into the ballgame, Sam Ball, 34-year-old from Lakeland, Tennessee. Wolver's Mustard puts some mustard on it.
Will Banfield also enters the game. He's now behind the plate, taking over for Jose Trevino. Here's Sam Ball's first pitch, down and away for ball 1. 7-0 Diamondbacks, 8th inning. They have a little fact sheet on that 2001 World Series. It was a good one. Actually, Ball's home with the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and this is skied high into the air, left center. Coming on is Dane Myers. He will make the catch in shallow left center. I actually had a teacher that switched schools, so had him during the 2001 season. Of course, the season ends during the next school year, right? So that teacher, I'd been trying to convince him all year how great of a sport baseball was. And he was having none of his math teachers. So, no, boring. I don't like it. He watched that World Series and actually called during a school day the following year. He was teaching at a different school at that point. Here's the pitch to Gabriel Moreno, and it's a strike called on the outside corner. And he called the school. They paged for me. I had to go down to the office to take the phone call. It was him to tell me he was wrong about baseball, and that World Series made him fall in love with the game.
Wow.
0-1 on Moreno. Ball delivers, swinging the grounder right back to Ball, and he gloves it behind his back, lobs the throw to Stewart in time to get Moreno. That was a nifty little play.
I mean, he just reached behind his back and not even looking. Ball goes right into his glove and an easy flip to first base for the out.
As nonchalant as you could ask. Blindly reached behind him. Got it. Then he knew he got it. Just reached in, got the ball, and tossed it over to first. No big deal.
Yeah, check your other hand. You have a gold watch.
2 down. And the pitch is swung on, line to right. Coming on is Blade. It goes off of Blade's legs and shoots all the way over into center field from right. Perdomo will stop at second, and he's got a double. Actually, we'll see how they score. It might be a single and an error on Blade. Literally kicked it over to center field.
I'm going to write down 1BWC, which would be Base Hit World Cup.
I guess better his legs than trying to header over to center fielder Dane Myers. The problem was Myers was going over. He was going back toward right, so Myers wasn't even in the area code to run it down. J.J. Blade had to run all the way across the outfield to chase it down. That's in there for a strike. They're going to give him a double. That feels a little generous to me. Ball comes set, and the 0-1 to Arenado. Breaking ball down and in. 18th double of the year for Geraldo Perdomo. Kurt Schilling, as you may recall, and Randy Johnson were co-MVPs of that 2001 World Series. Watching Randy Johnson come out of the bullpen was incredible. On virtually no rest, right? 1-1. Breaking ball down too low.
And, of course, the Diamondbacks are being managed by their now television announcer, Bob Brenly.
That's right.
Get to visit with BB every time we come to town before this series gets going.
Fouled third base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Nolan Arenado. Kurt Schilling and Randy Johnson in that World Series. You want to talk about a couple of gamers. You would never imagine a pitcher doing what they did in that series now. It was 25 years ago. Celebrating that World Championship all year this year here in Arizona. The 2-2 to Arenado. This ball is hooked over third. That's going to land fair down the line and left. Over is Friedel to dig it out. Arenado will make the turn at first and hang on there with an RBI base hit. 8-0 Arizona. Now Tim Tawa will hit. Ball from the belt, turns it loose. The pitch to Tawa is a little bit off the outside corner for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. From the belt, ball's 1-0 pitch. Tawa, wave and a miss, a changeup down. Reggie Sanders hit 300, by the way, in that World Series. 1-1, down and in. Let's see, Kurt Schilling pitched 3 times. Randy Johnson made 2 starts. He also pitched 3 times, made 2 starts, and then pitched once out of the bullpen. 2-1. In the air, left center field, deep toward the gap. That ball is down, and that's going to bounce to the wall. Extra bases. Arenado's around third. He will score. Ellie's relay to the plate is not in time. That throw gets away from Banfield. Tawa will stay at second, down 9-0 Diamondbacks. RBI double for Tawa. Terry Francona might be getting pretty close to bringing in a position player at this juncture. Nothing Arizona. And as shorthanded as the Reds are from a pitching standpoint, if this were an 8-0 game when the inning started, I got to believe it probably would have been a position player that would have started this inning. The pitch is in there for a called strike. Nothing in 1 on Lawler. Ball's 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike.
I know it's got to be a very frustrating inning for Sam Ball. I mean, you come in, you get the first couple of batters out, you have a base hit that turns into a double because your outfielder kicked it, and all of a sudden now you give up back-to-back hits, and you look up and you're giving a 2 spot up on the board.
There's the 0-2. Strike 3 called. Froze him. Good fastball from Ball there, right over the outside corner of the knees. The inning is over. But the Diamondbacks add 2 in the 8th. 9-0 Arizona as we head to the 9th on the Reds Radio Network.
Planning to have an auction? Call Craig A. Stanfield Real Estate and Auction Services in Tollsboro. Craig A. Stanfield is an auctioneer in Kentucky and has over 30 years experience and was the 2003 Kentucky State Champion auctioneer. Stanfield is a member of the Kentucky Auctioneers Association. Craig will advertise your auction online at auctionzip.com. To schedule an auction, call Craig A. Stanfield Real Estate and Auction Services at 606-301-3350. Craig A. Stanfield, auctioneer and broker.
The Kentucky Gateway Museum Center on Sutton Street in downtown Maysville has 4 historic collections in one dynamic place. Home to the KSB Miniatures Collection, an old Pogue experience. Before tomorrow becomes yesterday, we invite you to get the whole story at the Kentucky Gateway Museum Center. Come explore with us. The Kentucky Gateway Museum Center is open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4. Don't forget to like the Kentucky Gateway Museum on Facebook or visit kygmc.org. Call 564-5865.
Quality Carpet has huge selection of carpet and vinyl made in the USA. Quality Carpet also has Somerset Appalachian hardwood made right here in Kentucky. All colors and styles in stock at Quality Carpet are ready for immediate installation. Stop in and take a look at our inventory or call for a free on-site measurement. Quality Carpet at 1516 Forest Avenue, across from the Maysville Cemetery. Call 564-7956 and never pay too much for flooring again.
Trauma can have devastating and lasting effects on an individual's life. Finding support is important to begin healing. Women's Crisis Center is excited to offer a support group for survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. Call 564-6708 to register.
It'll be a new pitcher on the mound for Torrey Lovello and the Diamondbacks as we go to the top of the ninth inning. And that will be the right-hander Taylor Clark, 33-year-old, 6'3", 210-pounder. This is game number 57 for Clark.
First pitch is taken for ball one. All kinds of changes. It's like spring training. Well, we are in Arizona. James McCann is now playing first base. Pitch up and away. Jose Fernandez moves from third base to shortstop. Tim Tawa goes from first to third. 2-0 pitch to McLean in there for a strike, 2-1. Now playing right field, Jorge Barosa. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now on Matt McLean. I think that's all of them.
That's enough.
I would agree. So Tawa at third, Fernandez at short, McCann at first, and Barosa's in right. 9-0, by the way, is the score. Taylor Clark's 2-2. And McLean skies one high on the right side of the infield. All the way over to the first base position is Ildemaro Vargas, the second baseman, stepping in front of the first baseman, James McCann, to make the catch, and that is out number one. J.J. Bleday hits. Bleday looking for his first hit, trying to do something other than strike out. He's 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs tonight. Swings and bounces at foul, first base side. The count is 0-1 on J.J. Bleday. The right-hander deals. There's a one-hop liner to the shortstop. Fernandez backhands, throws in time. 2 gone here in the ninth inning. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, official legal counsel of the Reds. Now time called. Ball got loose down the right field line. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle, digital coupons in the app, and fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. Will Banfield at the plate. Banfield getting his first plate appearance of the season. Pitch to Banfield is a breaking ball too high for ball one. Banfield swings, fouls it back. Banfield's trying to destroy some of those new ribbon boards you were talking about earlier. One ball, one strike on Banfield, and here he comes. Swung on and fouled back again. Chris mentioned over 32,000 in here tonight. They are are giving away a Serpientes Haboob and a snow globe tomorrow. So I wonder if the Haboob will pack him in here tomorrow. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Banfield's down on strikes. That's all. Reds fall 9-0. Diamondbacks take the series opener. We're back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.
Join your Reds for a 3-game series August 31st through September 2nd when they battle the San Diego Padres. Don't miss another Tarps Off Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesday. Grab your friends and family and enjoy select $3 beers, $2 Bar S hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. Wrap up the series with some afternoon baseball on Wednesday, September 2nd with first pitch at 12:40. Get your tickets now at Reds.com/tickets.
Fans, if you want to show up big on game day, don't forget your favorite Lace. The ultimate game changer for Reds fans. Lace is the perfect sidekick to your game day. No matter if you're cheering for our Cincinnati Reds from the stands, hosting the ultimate game day throwdown with your crew, or enjoying the game by yourself, whatever the moment calls for, there's a Lace flavor to go with it, because Lace is the ultimate game changer for Reds fans like you. Lace, proud partner of your Cincinnati Reds.
Our first students arrived in 1824, but let's fast forward 200 years and discover what's happening today. Miami University is number 3 among national public universities for excellence in undergraduate teaching, a top 10 college for producing Fortune 500 CEOs, and one of the 100 best colleges for future leaders with an entrepreneurship program among the top 10 in the world. Producing exceptional leaders and mentors was, is, and will always be something we do. Miami University is where today's students become tomorrow's leaders. Visit miamioh.edu.
Are you looking for an exciting career with training for part and full-time positions? Crosswell, the area's premier motor coach company, is looking for the right people, and that could be you. Visit gocrosswell.com today for information. Crosswell, the pick of the pros.
Nine runs, 15 hits, no errors, 10 left for the Diamondbacks. No runs, 4 hits, no errors, 7 left for the Redlegs tonight as they fall to the Diamondbacks 9-0 here at Chase Field in Arizona. This game was played in 2 hours and 49 minutes, 32,087 looking on. Winning pitcher tonight is Eduardo Rodriguez, 13-4. Nick Lodolo drops a 3-3 with the loss. Again, final score, Diamondbacks 9, Reds nothing in the series opener of this 3-game set. Reds and Diamondbacks are back at it again tomorrow. More on that after this on the Reds Radio Network.
This is Britt Combes, environmentalist with the Buffalo Trace District Health Department. I work behind the scenes every day to protect your health and our environment. Whether it's inspecting restaurants, septic systems, public swimming pools, or help preventing disease, I'm committed to keeping our community safe and healthy. Learn more about how we are working for you at buffalotracedistricthealth.com or call 606-564-9447.
Did you know that anyone can make a referral to Hospice of Hope? It's true. You don't have to wait for a physician to bring up the conversation. If you or someone you know is struggling with a life-limiting condition, we can have one of our specialized nurses make visits to your home to determine if you would benefit from our services. We often hear from our families. We wish we had called you sooner. Call Hospice of Hope, serving counties in Kentucky and Ohio at 1-800-928-4848.
This is David Irie, president of the David Irie Foundation. I suffered a spinal cord injury playing baseball my senior year of high school. Since then, we created the David Irie Foundation, which raises money for spinal cord injury research and also high school scholarships based on awareness and preventing spinal cord injuries. If you would like to check us out or donate, look us up at DIF35.org or check us out on Facebook at Team Irie. That's Team IERY.
The Shepherd's House Community Tuesday is every Tuesday from 10 o'clock to noon with the Clothing and Sewing Ministry. The free food box pantry is the third Tuesday of every month. For more information, call Pastor Gordon Jones at 301-1921.
Back out at Chase Field here in Arizona. Reds on the wrong side of a 9-0 final tonight. They'll try to bounce back tomorrow. Game 2 of the series features Rhett Lauder on the mound for the Reds, 4-8 with a 5.17 ERA. Mike Soroka for the Diamondbacks, 8-3 with a 2.93 earned run average. First pitch is 8:10, airtime 7:40 across the Reds Radio Network. Well, that's all we have for you for tonight. Thanks for listening. Stick around. You've got plenty more coming up on the Reds post-game show next. For Chris Welsh and our on-site engineer, Brian Jewett, our studio producer back at our network headquarters, Sam Niger, this is Tommy Thrall saying good night from Chase Field in Arizona. 9-0 Diamondbacks winners. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow night right here on the Reds Radio Network. Good night.
You've been listening to Cincinnati Reds Baseball.
The Reds are on the radio.
Reds Baseball is brought to you by AAA. At home or on the road, we've got you covered. Kroger, fresh for everyone. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. JTM. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati.
Primary Plus, Maysville Community and Technical College, People's Bank of Kentucky, River Valley Dental, Craig Stanfield Auctioneer and Real Estate Services, Quality Carpet, Hinton Mills, the Maysville Mason County Landfill, the Buffalo Trace District Health Department, and Hospice of Hope.
The Reds are on the radio.
This is the Reds Radio Network.
Primary Plus believes in connecting healthcare for you and your family. With 7 locations throughout the region, they provide a comprehensive range of medical services for the entire family and work to keep healthcare affordable. Primary Plus offers primary care, OBGYN, dental, dermatology, x-ray ultrasound, occupational medicine, on-site pharmacies that offer significant cost savings, and mental health care at Primary Plus Counseling Services, which now has a new expanded office at 910 Kenton Station Drive in Maysville. Primary Plus always welcoming new patients. Visit primaryplus.net.
Freedom, trust,
justice, love,
rule of law,
peace, prosperity,
dignity,
equality.
The Maysville Commission on Human Rights is there to work for you. Visit cityofmaysville.com or call 564-9419 or attend one of our public meetings held on the third Thursday of each month at 5:30 at City Hall.
After all, we're only humans, right?
Hello, I'm Ann Allison from the Fernleaf Homemakers Club. I would like to invite you to become a member of the Mason County Homemakers. We have 6 great clubs which help our community doing projects for Cancer Fighters United, Maysville Nursing and Rehab, the Backpack Project, Children's Christmas, Pumpkin Palooza, scholarships, and support many others. Come join the fun. Call 606-564-6808. We would love to have you join us.
This is Chris Neal, Community Liaison with the Maysville Police Department. I'd like to encourage you today to download your free Maysville PD app that can be